USA, USA, USA.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Stop!
Damn it!
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this glorious Overreaction Monday, September 22nd, 2025. This program begins now.
Football!
It's magical, and obviously tonight we have a huge game to wrap up week 3 of the NFL season on Monday Night Football, as the Lions and the Ravens will do battle in a game in which the over-under is way over 50. 53.5 is the over-under. They're expecting a lot of points. Well, Jared Goff and his Detroit Lions team continue to be a wagon offensively, like they've shown whenever they had Ben Johnson as their offensive coordinator the past couple of years. Didn't show it, the first week of this season. Then second week, they were a juggernaut. Will that continue against a Baltimore Ravens team that tricked one off week 1, but has been nothing but electrifying with Lamar Jackson at quarterback? He has the highest QBR in the history of the game. Will that continue tonight against a Detroit Lions defense that woke up last week when Kelvin Shepard said, I don't want to hear any excuses. I want everybody out there flying around. We got a great one tonight. A lot of characters, a lot of superstars, a lot of great ball wrapping up week 3, which was a lot of blowouts to thrillers.
Yep.
College ball was electrifying. The Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer,
Dahn.
Cowboys AP Tone is here. His Steelers stole one up there in New England from the New England Patriots, who had 5 turnovers. 2 on the goal line. 7 seconds left in the first half. Drake May throws a pick. That should have been a touchdown in the end zone. Then there's a fumble, reach, fumble, bang, turnover. That's 14 points that the New England Patriots just left literally on the board. Then there was 3 other turnovers on top of that. Feels like maybe the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is back, but on the Thunderdome stage here, the Pittsburgh Steelers get a massive win over the New England Patriots. AP Tone, are you guys winning a Super Bowl?
I said it today. The Super Bowl is back on in my hearts of hearts. And you could say the Patriots gave this one away. Or they just don't care about the ball. They don't care about the program, and the Steelers know what the program is, and it's the ball. And
Is this a Vrabel coach team? What's the deal?
I mean, that's a good question. I think we're all asking it right now, Pat. It's ridiculous. The ball's the program. It's pretty simple. Hold on to the damn ball, especially if you're getting paid to do it. Ramondre Stevenson.
Well, and Ty, we just skipped over you. Don't you even worry about the Green Bay Packers. Go ahead and just you can win this game, Cleveland Browns. What nobody's talking about, Cleveland Browns, not ass.
We should be talking about the Cleveland Browns today.
They are not ass.
No, they're not.
The Cleveland Browns are not ass at all, especially in Cleveland. That defense does things there that really maybe take the best team in ball, the most full team in ball, take them deep into the fourth quarter and just make them break at the very end. Ty, how's it feel knowing the Green Bay Packers do have a blemish? The Green Bay Packers, maybe not perfect. And Michael Parsons says, every once in a while, shit happens. We just got to move on. Is that how all Packers fans are feeling? Or are the Cleveland Browns maybe a lot better than anybody could talk about because it was all a shit show going into the season?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. Listen, this might be the best defense of all time. This Browns defense in 2025. We'll see. That being said, you can't lose to the Browns. You just can't do it. I don't care who's out there. I don't care how good their defense is. The Packers sleptwalked through the entire game, and you're right, they did. They just puked all over themselves. They had a 10-point lead, with 3 minutes left. I mean, just defense was unbelievable again. The offense, not good, a lot of injuries. I choose to just kind of maybe laugh it off and say, hey, we need to throw a little water on this. Hey, this team's going to win the Super Bowl. They're young, but Jesus, that was just a pitiful way to spend a Sunday, but we're going to be okay. The Browns are much better than a lot of people are giving them credit.
Browns defense at home, 8 sacks, tied most in the NFL. 2.4 yards per rush against them, first in the NFL. 3.4 yards per play, second in the NFL. 25 pressures, tied for third in the NFL. Now remember, Myles Garrett was paid a king's ransom for good reason on the defensive side. Feels like they're holding up their end of the bargain. Joe Flacco maybe didn't play his most perfect football.
He didn't play great.
Okay, but they win it.
Yeah, exactly.
They get a win over the Packers. Let's go to 9-year NFL vet, host of Everything DB, Good D, Bad D, and also the NFL Matchup Show, which you can watch 6 a.m. on ESPN. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Baller. D-Butch, we just hit a lot of things here for these teams because there's a lot happening in-house in the Thunderdome. You and me might be alumni of a team that's the best in the NFL. Will that be the number one story to kick off the first 15? We shall see. Put 15 on the clock, please. Welcome to First 15. These are things that we think you need to hear about. Now, it might be 15 minutes on the clock, but this is off of the first 15 plays, that are kind of scripted in there. So that clock is there, but it certainly has not worked in the past couple weeks as we have debuted this. Let's dive right into the 5 big headlines that we seen from the weekend of ball for the NFL. Number 5. How about some super dupers?
Oh, hell yeah.
All over the place. Now, not great for punters in a lot of situations.
Sure.
Not great for kickers in a lot of situations. But everybody talks about the offense. Hey, this quarterback can lead them. Defense, they got championship defense. Nobody's talking about the third phase. I think we try to bring it up, obviously, because I was a punter, so I have massive respect for the guys playing on special teams, which is the back half of the roster. That's a rotating bunch, too. So the special teams coordinator is the only one that addresses the entire team, offense, defense, and then obviously the guys that are just there for special teams, because at any moment you could pull from it, and any play could win the game. Any play could sway playoff hopes, Super Bowl dreams. That's what special teams is. Let's dive into some highlights. Torrey Horton from the Seahawks. Jalen Lane from the Commanders, 90-yard return versus the Raiders. Then Torrey Horton, Seahawks, 95-yard punt return. They also happened to block a punt earlier in the day. They blocked a punt. Go ahead and give me that. Seattle Seahawks not only return a punt, they also block a punt. Should have scooped and scored that one, put another 7 on, but they beat the living dog shite out of the Saints. Feels like a lot of people are doing that, but you got to be able to hold up in special teams down there.
You got to be able to hold up. We used to call it the 4th down army. We were in the Indy, and that, look, complimentary football, that third phase doesn't get talked about enough. But, unbelievable. You got to be an athlete there and scoop and score that, though. Got to get 7.
Have to. Okay, let's go to Cameron Dicker of the Chargers. He's had the greatest start in NFL history, first 100 kicks. Now he has one to win it. 4th quarter, 5 seconds left. Game on the line against division rival, and Cameron Dicker does what Cameron Dicker do. Knocks it right down the middle. Justin Herbert's a real deal. Cameron Dicker might be the best kicker in the history of football, D-Bucks.
He might be, and you knew as soon as they got him in field goal range now. Up until this point, we have seen some big-time blocks and big-time moments, so that would have been the only thing that got in the way of Cameron Dicker, but he is Dicker the kicker, the best in the business. Big-time kick, took 3-0 against 3 divisional opponents to start the season. Unbelievable start.
That's a great way to start for the Chargers. Let's go to the Bucks. Chase McLaughlin. He has a 36-yarder to win it. How did we get here? You might ask. Well, let's do some more special teams. Earlier, 2 minutes left. Will McDonald off the edge, block, and then what? Scoop. Then what? Score. Cut to Tyrod Taylor in the middle of a play,
he
Fox.
loves it.
Why are we doing that? Touchdown, New York Jets. Special teams. Block a Chase McLaughlin kick right up over the center. No leverage was used. No call was made.
Legal.
Game-winning blocked kick. Scoop. Score right. Aaron Glenn. We did it. We did it. We did it. Yes, we did. What a moment. 1:49 left in the game. That might be too much for Baker Mayfield. Yeah, right. All Baker does is have comebacks. Chase McLaughlin would then nail this 36-yarder. 29-27. The Bucs remain undefeated. Unbelievable stuff from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now let's go to the 49ers. They're starting Mac Jones as their quarterback. They were in a dogfight with the Arizona Cardinals. An absolute dogfight. Eddie Pinheiro knocks one through, wins the game. You know, Moody, who had been kicking for the Niners, lost his confidence, and maybe the op wasn't great. He had been missing a lot of kicks and extra points. Pinheiro coming out and making that, saying, this is my shit.
Yeah.
This is my shit. Huge for them going forward. The Niners might be inevitable, by the way. They got a lot of people hurt.
A lot of people
And they're still winning.
Yep.
Christian McCaffrey, I got a stat from Hembo. He's on pace to have the most touches in the history of the ball.
Like
How much they're using him right now. He's on pace to have more touches.
He's healthy.
If he can stay healthy and the Niners can continue to do what they do, and Mac Jones doesn't turn the ball over.
Nope.
What's he doing?
No.
I mean, look, Mac's going to do that sometimes. You know how Mac is, but also, you know, that's just classic Mac Jones.
What he's referring to is Mac Jones, whenever he was asked about the turnover, basically said, I threw the ball right to the guy. Way to go. He's a professional athlete. He caught the ball. That's real. That is actually real.
True story.
We appreciate Mac having the personality and the moxie and also being undefeated. Congratulations to Mac Jones. He might get paid $100 million. Now let's go to that Packers-Browns game, shall we? 2 seconds left. 55-yarder for Andre Schmidt. How did we get here, though? Well, let's go back. 27 seconds left in the game.
Unbelievable, really? Right?
To steal a win against the Browns. Nope! Blocked kick! The Cleveland Browns special team. Bunch of dogs in the dog pound. Come around the edge. Got to get a hand on him, Doc. We got to get a body on him. We got to get a better shove on the edge. He comes around, gets a huge block. They scoop it. Only need a few more yards now for you to be in game-winning field goal range. And they certainly did.
Yeah.
Andre Schmidt out of Syracuse, right down Broadway. What a kick. Flag was not on the kicking team. And that's how the Cleveland Browns beat the Green Bay Packers. Block kick into a long kick, and that's called stealing that shit from the Green Bay Packers. Ty, what a heartbreaker for you in the dog pound.
Yeah, absolute heartbreaker. You just saw it there. 27 seconds. The Browns have no timeouts. They block a kick, and Flacco completes one pass. They get down, spike it. Apparently didn't think they'd have any time. It is a cool story for this Andre Schmidt guy, though, because last week week one, he did not play well. They were calling for his job. I think he lost his mom, and then for him to respond, this way and absolutely dagger the Packers' playoff hopes. That's a lot of people are saying, hey, this team can't do anything. You can't beat the Browns. So we'll see.
Dagger in the playoffs? Okay, so you guys are saying we might win some games. This will be fun. But when we got to go on the road and win a big one, we lost to Cleveland. I don't know if you're respecting Cleveland and Cleveland enough.
And those jerseys?
Yeah, those jerseys are sick. Those jerseys are sick. But how many road games you got to play a year?
8.
Same amount as home.
Less than half of them.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
So
you're worried.
I mean, we'll see. I wasn't. And
what if the Cleveland Browns are good?
The Browns D-line is going to be amazing. We talked about the Giants, I think, their D-line for a while, and then all of a sudden you think, okay, never mind, Mason Graham, Myles Garrett, and the kid from Ohio State they got. Yeah, all three of them just were collapsing pockets yesterday.
And we can't talk about super-duper special teams without bringing out a super-duper play. A man who's over 330 pounds was clocked going the fastest that 330 pounds has ever been clocked going. Ladies and gentlemen, this man, Jordan Davis, should not be able to do what he did as easily and as smoothly as he did it. Now, granted, obviously you can fall over and win that game by one, no problem. Instead, clean scoop, not easy. Ball's oblong, obviously. Right after he demoralizes a guard, snags a kick out of midair, clean scoop, give me that, and let me just go ahead and beat everybody to the end zone. Tight end right there realizes, I'm not going to be able to catch this guy who's 330 pounds. He was striding out. Earlier in the game, it wasn't just Jordan It wasn't just Jordan. Jalen Carter blocks a kick on this guy, too. I mean, you're talking about Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis getting a block this early. Obviously, that's going to make other teams think to themselves, like, okay, we got to be stout against these guys.
Yep.
But Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, now that they got one, it's almost like taking a lid off. Like, okay, if we do drive just a strain a little bit, then we get our hands up, we can actually block these kicks. It's like a confidence builder, I think, for people. And Jalen Hurts, during Football Night in America, came in during Maria Taylor and Jordan Davis's conversation and basically said, yeah, I saw you two Georgia boys out there. It's like, this is what we got these guys for. And they did just that. Yep. I don't know how one guard is going to stop them.
No chance.
Genuinely, I have no idea how one guard is going to stop. On the offensive side, everybody's talking about the tush push for the Philadelphia Eagles. This is cheating. This is cheating. And they jumped offsides again.
Yeah, which it is.
And it didn't get called. This is cheating. We are a supporter of the play. It's a football play. You got to do what you got to do. You got to stop them. They did jump offsides again. It didn't get called. But the tush push, still involves pushing and shit like that. For blocking of kicks, they used to let linebackers, like multiple linebackers, go put their hands directly on the cheeks of these D tackles. Yep. And they would push them, and then they would be the ones that would be up there jumping. They got rid of that because they said it was unsafe. Okay, now on the offensive side, they still got it going on, but they got rid of it on the defensive side. Now you got Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. That's basically similar to what it used to be with four people pushing. I think they're going to use this as an advantage. I think there's a real chance that because they get two this early, they get confident, and they're only going to get more deep.
I mean, it's a lot of power, a lot of explosiveness right in the middle of that defense. They've been playing great on defense as well. But when you get a guy that big, that tall, and I don't know if we all remember, he blew everybody away at the combine because of how big he was and how explosive he was. I believe he ran like a 4.8 or somewhere around that at that weight. So to see him scoop and score, we talked about the Seattle one, it should have been a scoop and score. To see him be an athlete like that, scoop and score and take that thing all the way to the crib for a walk-off, I mean, a terrible beat for a lot of bettors out there who had Rams plus 3.5, but a great way to finish the game for the Eagles.
Yeah, it was a terrible beat. It was a great win, though. Sirianni was losing his shit out there. Jalen Hurts like this while watching Jordan Davis run down there, super casual, no facial expression. Sirianni's watching it happen, looking for flags, taking his headset off, and he said, we're meeting at the end zone. Started running with it. He's running how fast? I'm going to try to run about half of that. Yeah, we got it. Got it. There's a thought, get down. Somebody's taking, no, you know what? Actually, go.
No, go.
Yeah.
Score.
Go.
Score.
Go
Score.
look for flags. There's no flags. Holy shit. Holy. Yes, we did. Yes, and right behind him there, the guy with the sunglasses, the mayor, Randy Brown, who's the special teams coordinator for the Baltimore Ravens or special teams, whatever. He's got a really big title. He's been there for a long time. That's his boy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's special teams for the Philadelphia Eagles. They both won Super Bowl. Obviously, they've done a lot for special teams. I respect that and appreciate that. But boy, Jalen and Jordan getting that much confidence this early is not good for anybody. Okay, that is not good for any kicker out there, but it is good special teams. Number 4, how about we must protect this house? And they did. 12-3 yesterday, all the home teams. Now, there were a few that went on the road. There was obviously not a 0 in that second column. It's just 3. Why do you think this is happening? Do you think we got a home field advantage? Do you think it was just the matchups, D-Bo?
Maybe just the matchups. I don't think home field advantage is that big of an issue, especially at this point in the season.
I don't know.
12-3, D-Bo.
Division game something.
I mean, it is some division game. Let's see, what do we have here? What is the most surprising win here? The Browns?
The Browns versus
The Panthers 30-0.
Yeah.
That was surprising.
Yeah. Shout out.
Texans going on.
Who might be in trouble?
Michael Penix. That was a bad.
Good news. Got $180 million at backup.
Is that good news?
And he looked good.
Tony, home field advantage normally counts for what, 3-4 points with the sports book?
Yeah, it does. And to D-But's points, 53% of home teams won last year in 2024. 53% of the time the home team won. How come we didn't put up the teams that won on the road? Because that's more impressive than the home teams. Who was it? It was the Chiefs, which they're a dynasty.
Oh, great win last night.
Yeah, that was.
I was trying to watch them be back. Now, Andy Reid and Travis Kelce doing a little wait. It didn't seem like
getting in each other's grill.
Yeah, but they love ball.
They do.
They love ball.
Are they back?
Andy said he liked it.
Are they back?
Win by 3 scores. Yeah, I think any NFL team, I think they're definitely back. Certainly some moments where you go, they don't look like a good team right now, but win by a bunch. That's what Chiefs are. They go on the road.
And they're
prime
dynasty
time.
until you expect them to win on the road. You'd expect the best team in the NFL to win on the road. That'd be the Indianapolis Colts right now, probably. So they did that.
True. Good point.
Tennessee, and we blew
And then
them
the
out.
other one you'd expect, the 6-time Super Bowl champs, the greatest franchise in NFL history to go on the win on the road. And the Pittsburgh Steelers, they did that.
Yeah, you're right. I guess only the dynastic teams
Bingo.
are able to win on the road right now in the NFL. the Chiefs, the Steelers, and the Indianapolis Colts.
That's right.
That's what we're talking
That's
about
right.
tonight. Could that change? We shall see. That's number 4. Number 3, Baker, comeback maker. Becomes the second guy since 1950, basically to lead 3 fourth-quarter comebacks and for the first 3 games of the season. Last week, Baker obviously came off Monday night. He said, we don't take no shit. Now, he beats the Jets in the fourth quarter as well. We saw the blocked kick. The Jets definitely thought they were going to win that game. What they didn't realize is you gave this man way too much time. Baker Mayfield, give me that. Big-time throws and big-time moments. Feels like the guy's cut of his jib is perfect for this situation. And I'll tell you, football gods bless some teams with some teams of destiny type feel.
Yeah.
3 fourth-quarter comebacks this early with the mentality that they have. But I like what the Bucs are cooking this year.
Yeah, you always hear it in the locker room, hey, 60 minutes, whatever it takes to get it done. And now 3 games in a row where Baker has played his best ball down the stretch to get get his team over that finish line. And look, 3 weeks in a row, this is the first time they've been 3-0 since 2005, I believe,
Crazy.
as a franchise, which is crazy. And big day for Tampa Bay. I believe they were celebrating 50 years. So Coach B.A. will be here. We saw Coach Gruden, Derek Brooks, a bunch of legends out there. Steve Spurrier, who was the first quarterback in franchise.
Hey, ball coach?
I had no clue about that. Ibuka was a superstar again yesterday. So a big day for the Tampa Bay Bucs. And once again, they are believing.
The Bucs' game-winning drives thus far against the Falcons, it was 5 plays, 63 yards in 1:18. Against the Texans, it was 11 plays, 80 yards in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And against the Jets, it was 7 plays, 48 yards in 1:49. They go ahead and just drain that thing and just take it over.
Is Baker in that conversation now where it's, hey, too much time?
Yeah.
Too much time
Has
for
to
Baker
be.
now.
And by the way, backwards hat one time, next time looking cool. Baker said, I don't care what I look like. I'm letting you know, we ball, and we don't take no shit. Respect to Baker. Number 2 story of the weekend. Backup quarterbacks back that thing up all over, folks. Okay, Mac Jones, we talked about him. How about Marcus Mariota? He scores a touchdown. We assumed that was going to happen. Marcus Mariota football, congrats to them getting a big win. And then Carson Wentz in the Minnesota Vikings. We didn't see much of the Carson Wentz experience. What we saw was the best of Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
And they demolished the Bengals. I mean, the Bengals, I'm not saying it.
No,
you might have
it's
to
time.
say it.
We spent
I'm
all
not
offseason.
saying it.
We
You
spent
might
all
have to say it.
offseason talking about it.
Say it.
They paid the wide receivers. They paid a quarterback. They spend 50% of their money on the 6 positions. I don't know if that's winning football. Then you get Joe Burrow. I'm not saying it. It's over.
Do you want us to say it?
No, keep going.
I'm not
It's
gonna say-
bullshit. They can't block. They can't tackle. They can't punt. They can't kick. They can't cover. The only thing they can do is hope Joe Burrow can bail them out. And guess what? Joe Burrow's big toe is around the neck of Eric Armstead because he ripped it off week 2. All right? So I'm done with the whole Bengals thing. Cincinnati, eat poop. All right? That's it.
That's
Your team
Boston
sucks.
Connor saying
Your
that.
team sucks, and guess what? We're going to have to see Jake Browning in prime time, and that's shite, okay? There's a lot of stuff going on with the Bengals that's going to piss everybody off, and I think that we can foresee it happening.
Okay, well, there was a lot of conversation about that in the offseason. We said, can they win that way? They were able to. Now they don't. Carson Wentz might have been a problem for anybody with Kevin O'Connell on the call, though.
Yeah, and he really only got to get through like the first couple pages of the playbook, because they were beating the hell out of him. So they really did. Kevin O'Connell didn't even get to unleash Carson Wentz. So I think it makes sense. Hey, let's unleash this guy in Ireland. Let's introduce them to a brand of football, and we'll get the entire country to maybe even flip. I know they're a Steelers country. Maybe they're going to be fans of the Vikings and Carson Wentz after next Sunday.
I assume McQuaid is getting a one-on-one with Carson Wentz.
Without a doubt.
And
without a doubt.
what Carson Wentz is going to tell McQuaid, don't put this out until, at least kickoff or so. We don't want the Steelers to hear about this, but they're going to unleash me.
Yeah.
They're going to unleash me next week for the Irish people to understand what a shamrock could potentially look like out there as it's running on the field.
Yeah, exactly. The Irish people are going to see pale skin and red hair and be like, okay, this is our
And then they're
football
going to
player.
see this guy potentially tough and reckless.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to say, this is our guy.
We're talking about Ireland being a Steelers country. It's going to stay that way, but I think there's a chance that Carson Wentz becomes like the LeBron of Ireland.
Dude, think about the Irish people, too. They would love.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Hup, 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 hup. They're going to love that.
Yeah.
Carson doing it. Now, I know the Steelers have had representation over there. Rooney has served as a diplomat, I do believe, to Ireland, and there's so many Irish people in Pittsburgh, and I couldn't even fathom the amount of Irish Steelers fans. So that's going to make for a great game. But if they see Carson Wentz too much,
They're not going to turn it.
Steelers fans are going to hope that he keeps that helmet on.
Yeah.
Because if he takes that thing off,
Time for a crowd.
Who is that? Is Seamus playing quarterback for the Vikings?
Is he from County Cork? Now, where is he?
They're not going to turn on their greatest ambassador of all time, but I'll tell you this.
There it is. Ambassador, not diplomat.
Same thing.
Carson ain't giving that job back.
Yeah, that's certainly a conversation to be had. Another day, we hope JJ gets healthy. Congrats to the Vikings. And the number one story of the weekend, you guessed it, best team in ball is right here in Indianapolis, Indiana. Danny Dimes, only guy to do everything that he's done and not have a turnover. The Colts, the only team to ever do what they've done and not have a turnover. The percentage of scoring drives higher than anybody that's ever played ball. Only having one punt through 3 full games of NFL action is better than everybody that's ever done it before. The defense is all over the place. Brought in the right guys. Lou Anarumo, D coordinator, being one of the right guys being brought in, let alone Cam Bynum and Moni. The energy on the defensive side, different than it's ever felt. And on offense, Tyler Warren is the one. And Danny Dimes is so fucking good.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was always this good. I don't know if the Giants ruined it, because you see Saquon, he leaves, he wins the Super Bowl. Danny Dimes right now on pace to win an MVP after getting an opportunity that isn't in the New York Giants uniform or organization. What he's doing is awesome. Pittman's awesome.
Yeah.
The offense is awesome. The offensive line is awesome. Jonathan Taylor scored 3 touchdowns. We like that.
Yep.
We like that a lot. Okay, let's get some tackles, 244. We like that a lot. Let's go and up value of entire team here. Tuning up the band as the boys were rolling down Broadway. You see that? That's Broadway down there in Nashville.
that is
Love
Broadway.
that
I've been down there.
Yeah, great play. I would say
Great
Nashville, the city itself, maybe favorite in the country.
Yeah.
Really?
It's top 5 without a doubt.
That's a hell of a statement.
It's top
You just
5
came
without
from
a-
Miami.
Without a body of water, it's
Okay, yeah, without body of water.
yeah.
Miami doesn't have body of water either, really. Coral Gables, I didn't see that.
You
I
get the one.
Flew over it. Yeah, could feel it. Miami, Coral Gables, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I wasn't in Miami, was in Coral Gables the entire time. Absolutely glorious. Actually thought about buying a house down there. Was Zillow
Okay.
all weekend.
Good enough.
While I was down there.
Property's cheap down there.
Nashville, great time.
Yes.
Yeah, when it comes to strictly inside city limits, it is top 3. In the
Yeah, I
country.
don't even know how to do the numbering system because I haven't been to every city, and every city I've had a good time.
You've been to the major ones. You're not put in one of those shitty ones.
Nashville is awesome. So we hope that their team becomes good. We hope they become great. I don't know about Coach down there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Coach is going to get fired in the next few weeks here, I think.
It looks like it might be good for him. He is.
Yeah.
He's an angry man.
Yeah.
Wound tight.
Real
he is.
sawed-off prick. Yeah.
What's that?
What?
You said he saw it off a little bit. It does sound like he is that way.
Yeah, just a little bit. And it's not his fault that the Colts are putting him in a living hell. I think Pittman said is the smartest team I've ever been around. But, I mean, has there ever been a greater start for new ownership? I guess we can say Commanders, but they didn't even start 3-0 last year. Like, when it comes to the big three, this is unbelievable. I don't know if there's ever been, when it comes to just same players for the most part, same coaching staff.
Well, there's one pretty big difference.
Huge. Probably the
Yeah,
biggest.
and I got a lot of heat from a lot of people that don't know ball on the internet last season. There is one pretty big difference. And I'll tell you what, might be the greatest quarterback that's ever played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Might be the best player
So good.
of all time. So smart. So I was talking to name drop. Boom, coming. Peter Berg. Okay, he makes movies. Peter Berg, Giants fan. I think in that area.
Sure.
Knew Danny Dimes the entire time. And whenever Danny Dimes got drafted, obviously all Giants people were like, who's it? No, remember the reaction.
Oh, yeah, they went crazy.
So Peter Berg started doing research on this guy. He's like, oh, my happiness is going to depend upon this guy, like blah, blah, blah. His dad, I think Giants fan, the whole thing. Like, he gets in there. And then I guess people ought to do, this guy can throw the ball like 80 yards if he has it. Like, he can run faster than literally everybody. He's got a Duke brain. So, like, from day one, Peter Berg's like, run, throw far, super genius. This should be a guy. And then in the Giants, it doesn't work out. Then he goes to Minnesota, and they're like, Minnesota's thinking about offering him. They really like what they're seeing. But nobody really knows what it's going to look like. And then with Shane Steichen's offense, feels like he is just fully in control, understands it entirely, Shane has empowered him, and we got weapons.
Yes.
We got guys for him.
Chest
It's like he's getting a chance, I think, to finally be the quarterback that he is, but did he need to go through all the shit to get here? Is the question, I guess.
Yeah, probably. And look, it takes time. We talk about it all the time. Like, it's hard to play in the National Football League, and you need the people around you, not only people on the field, but the coaches from the top down, the ownership level. You mentioned the big three. But what that tweet from Conte is the biggest thing, because the biggest issue with Daniel Jones throughout his career was turning the ball over. Not only interceptions, but fumbling the ball. So to go through 3 complete games without turning the ball over, only punting, one time is crazy. So him playing well on offense is huge. Us, starting it off, Kenny Moore with a pick 6. So going on the road in the division rival, they talked about kind of even with the intros, they were like, these guys don't have their energy. They're not ready to play today. So when you kind of put that fork in them early and kind of suck the energy out of that building on the road, one of those games I would assume the coach said, hey, we're going to have to bring our own juice, boys, down here in the Music City. And they did. Kenny Moore did. He left for the injury. We signed Mike Hilton this week, but a big start on both sides of the ball. But Daniel Jones, he has been playing phenomenal. Jonathan Taylor, you mentioned him earlier, like that long touchdown run, that's the type of shit that get the whole team on the sideline juiced and going, man. So when you see your guy doing shit like this, you're like, okay, yeah, we're going. So, I mean, it's all on the table right now. 3-0, played, the combined record of the 3 opponents we played, a little ugly, but I like where we're at.
I like his celebration, too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It is great. Don't love what he did, but he's certainly a good football player, and seemingly got a lot of years left, too. A lot of years left. Very fresh, very fast. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who knows all the things that maybe we weren't able to cover there. Senior NFL insider for ESPN, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schefter. Schefter, let's wrap it up here on the Colts. Danny Dimes, is this what he was supposed to be? Is this what he always was? It was just the Giants uniform and organization, or what is kind of what you're hearing about Danny Dimes on a renaissance type year?
Look, I remember I said this past off season, when there were some teams that were going to be in the market for a quarterback, I was surprised at the level of people that had the level of interest that they did in Daniel Jones. Now, not all the situations materialized, and the Colts were the team that made the most sense and pursued him the most aggressively. But there were some very smart football people that really liked Daniel Jones, that had an interest in making a move on him that didn't need to. And so he winds up in Indianapolis. And again, let's remember this, Pat. I would have to look, but was it 2 years ago? 2 years ago, roughly, that the Giants signed him to a contract for about $40 million a year?
Three. They made the playoffs, remember, Minnesota, that whole thing?
No, I remember. Okay, so it was 3 years ago. So 3 years ago, they gave him a contract befitting of a franchise quarterback. And that was a year in which what he did was magic. And in fact, it was so impressive that they opted to re-sign him over Saquon Barkley because they couldn't do both.
Wow.
So they chose for Saquon Barkley.
We don't need to do that.
Right?
Hey, we don't need you to be doing that right there, okay? We don't need you to be doing that. We're having a good time with Danny Dimes right now. Could have paid both, okay? Could have paid both. There are places that have certainly made it possible in that type of situation, but we love him here in Indy. Feels like he fits the town perfectly. Not scared to go have a couple beers with the boys, too, which we love and it. We respect. Okay, let's move to some other news out of the weekend that maybe people need to be caught up with. Shefty, what did we miss maybe in there that's in your department? I saw some Achilles, I think, some other injuries. Obviously, that's going to happen with football. What should we be paying attention to?
Well, we got a bunch of injuries going on right now. Mike Evans looks like he has got a low-grade hamstring strain. We'll see how long he's sidelined. He's missed a few weeks last year with a hamstring injury, so I'm going to guess he misses a little bit of time here. CD Lamb, the thought is a high ankle, but he believes that he could try to play next week. We'll see whether he could do that. Colston Loveland had a hip injury. Doesn't appear to be serious at all. And obviously the two big injuries of the day yesterday were at the running back position. Najee Harris, you saw his Achilles on the replay pop. Awful injury. The Chargers confirmed after the game it's an Achilles injury. They were waiting to get the MRI for the official word, but I think everybody knows what's coming there with Najee Harris. And, of course, we have the situation with James Conner, the Cardinals running back, who now suffered a awful ankle injury that's going to end the season and require surgery. I don't even know exactly what it was, like whether it was an ankle dislocation, whether there was also ligament damage. I just know I was told it was severe and it's going to end the season. And that's an enormous blow for a guy who not only is a great running back, but also a leader on that team and incredibly popular in the locker room. So it's a bad scene. And the crowd when they replayed the play on the scoreboard yesterday, gasped when they saw his ankle bend. And they didn't even play the replay on TV. And it was just one of those injuries you knew right away. And, of course, Nick Bosa is about to get his MRI right now as we're talking for his knee injury. We don't know the full extent of it. He obviously was spotted walking off the field, gave a thumbs down sign to some fans in the stands. Exactly. Kyle Shanahan said he didn't think it was an ACL. That was the initial test. What that showed, it was intact initially, but they have to go send him out for further testing. And sometimes things show up on a second test that didn't on a first, or sometimes it's not as bad or worse. We'll see, but I know he's about to go into the MRI as I was coming on the air here.
Okay, so hopefully he's good. Obviously, walking off means something, but doesn't. He might just be a completely different species of human, especially if you look at him, you think maybe life is a little different for his body than for ours. You mentioned James Conner. He had beaten cancer in the past. I think he's an incredibly tough guy. Obviously, we have nothing but love to send his way. A.Q. Shipley, who's the color commentator for the Arizona Cardinals for their team broadcast, he sent me a text. He's like, that's one of the nastiest things I've ever seen. Because remember, they didn't show the replay on TV. So as soon as that happens, and then we heard the audible gasp from the crowd, and then AQ sends, it's like, ugh, that's nasty. Hopefully, obviously, we're at the point of science being able to take care of that. You talked about Mike Evans with his injury. Let's stay in Tampa. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Shefty, similar to Jaden Daniels last week where he got hurt early and then no one really knew about it until it popped up midweek. Is that a situation that's going to happen with Baker here? We saw his right hand bother him during the game. I forget if it got hit or stepped on or what, but that seemed to kind of affect him a little bit even though he closed strong. Is that something that could linger later on the week?
You know what's interesting about that is on Monday night when they were playing the Texans 1 week ago, there were a couple of plays that Baker had where I watched his leg bend in certain angles.
Knee.
Oh, my God. I like there was one play, I'm like, this guy got up from that. He's Gumby. Like, that's incredible. And I was talking to the Buccaneers the next day, and they went over to Baker after the game and like, you okay? And he's like, and his choice of language to them was to basically say, with some profanity, get out of my face, basically.
Whoa, I don't know what he said, though. You're a journalist. You need to tell me what he said. I mean, if we're going to do journalism here, let's make sure.
Two words,
please.
Two words. The first starts with an F. The second one starts with a Y. So that's what he said. Get out of my face.
Fuck you. French you.
Okay, all right, I like that. Is that what he said, though? Because until we know, what did it sound like, though? What was the context of the delivery? Because you're the journalist, obviously. We just wanted to make sure.
The way I wasn't there, but the way I understood it to be, it was like, don't bother. Like, I'm fine. Like, don't bother.
That's what Baker Mayfield said? Don't bother me. I'm fine.
If it's an F and a Y, he could have been saying, like, hey, Froyo. Post-game, maybe?
Oh, yeah, because maybe he wanted a little frozen yogurt to maybe make him feel better.
Exactly.
And he's trying to diet, obviously, because he wants to look like he's getting a little older. So he's not going for a full blizzard.
No.
But he'll do the froyo. But he will take the Oreo.
Yeah, Oreo.
And put it on the froyo.
Topping.
For sure, yeah. Is that what he said? That's a good call.
Yeah, because FY, the first thing I thought was, froyo. Baker's so focused on his physique.
How's your knee? Froyo? We don't know.
Oh, now I know. Okay, now I know how we got to frozen yogurt. It was a frozen yogurt conversation.
What are you? Oh, that's misinformation.
Yeah. Wait.
Hey, people are getting some really harsh penalties for that shit. You need to watch, especially right below you there, right below you on your left side. You need to watch.
It was frozen yogurt, just to clarify here.
Okay, he said froyo.
He said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Give me some frozen yogurt." Exactly.
Okay.
Wow, that's crazy. That's Baker Mayfield football.
Yeah.
That's why we love him. D-Bud has a question for you about that position.
By the way, hold on. It was not FU, so it's not frozen yogurt. It was F off with a smile.
Makes more sense.
So what would that be? I don't think I've ever heard that really said.
It means like I'm fine. You don't have to ask me that question. Like.
F off with a
smile. Is that a competition?
That question. That's a lot of different words there. The way you're kind of reciting it versus what it actually was doesn't sound the same.
Yeah.
Corrected on air, like in real time. I will say this. There are many things that I love about doing this program. Many things. Pat's brilliant. He's never done the show in a Speedo, which I think he should start doing that. There's many things I love, but I love when I'm asked a question, and sometimes either there's a detail that's off, or a question, and the person is watching the show and they can text me the information actually in real time as it happens, like it was F off with a smile. That's how it came down.
Well, we're happy that people are watching, and you can watch every game, every Sunday.
Wow. And they haven't met today, like they haven't had the meetings yet, but they think Baker's good. So
great news.
Okay.
Good question. Yeah. If he says effing good, we'll never hear about it from Schefter because he picks and chooses what words to journalize, which I don't love.
But, Pat, I do love frozen yogurt. I do love frozen yogurt.
We know.
Patient to go to the FY as opposed to the FO.
Okay, yeah. FO.
Much different.
Yeah, you don't want to go to the FO. Yeah. Every game, every Sunday, all in one place, YouTube TV.
Boom.
Shout out to them. Quad box, awesome. Bang. Are we still watching the Red Zone channel? Or?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, couldn't do it. Those 15 seconds, I was like,
I actually did hear it yesterday. It was late. It was very late. And there was something going on the screen. They put a Wingstop one on, and I heard about some delicious wings, and damn it! And then it stopped. And then it got back to it, and I was like, whew, okay. Oh, my God. Still doing Red Zone. And once again, we're telling the NFL, we don't like that there's ads. We knew they were coming.
I'm sick of it.
And don't destroy Red Zone with your greedy corporate bullshit.
Fat cats.
I would like to take a stand. Okay, so Baker sounds like he's going to be effing good. Thank you for that report. D-Butt has a question for you on that position.
Yeah, Chef, the hopes want to text you and give you an update on these guys. The other quarterbacks that have been out, the starting quarterbacks, Brock Purdy, and then all the J's, J.J. McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, Justin Fields.
Well said.
What's the update on those guys?
That was cool.
Boom.
Aaron Glenn was a little bit vague on Justin Fields today, so we'll see whether he's able to make it back. He's got an extra day next week because the Jets play on Monday night against the Dolphins.
Can't wait.
J.J. McCarthy not expected to play this week. They play in Dublin against the Steelers, and again, it's an international trip where they play the Steelers in Dublin, and then they go play the Browns in London. They are the first team to go to two different countries. The Jaguars have done this back-to-back weeks to play in two separate countries. And I don't think JJ plays in either game because they then have a bye week the next week. And then he can be rested and healthy and rejoin the lineup after that.
Okay.
He is traveling with the team. Obviously, he became a father last week for the first time. But he's going to travel with the team overseas. He'll be with them the entire time. I just don't expect him to play in those two particular games.
Marcus Mariota?
Justin Fields.
Marcus, I would say this. Marcus Mariota played well yesterday. And I think the way he played gives the Commanders time to not have to rush back Jaden Daniels. Now, we'll see how Jaden Daniels is doing this week. But when a quarterback plays like that, I think it really allows that team to take its time and know that it's got a capable backup and a capable replacement. And they haven't declared anything about what their quarterback plans are. I don't think Dan Quinn will come out and say today. Maybe he will. Jaden is back this week, and we're all ready. I think this will be something that kind of goes on all week again. And I think that they have the comfort knowing that Marcus played the way he did yesterday, throwing dimes downfield like that one.
Okay, Andy can run scoring touchdown for Marcus Mariota when he's playing. Let's just go ahead and lock that one in. Feels like that is a guarantee. Let's also lock in Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones?
Who?
Mac Jones?
Who?
Back then, they didn't want him. Now he's hot. We all want him. Mac Jones is the guy out there in San Fran. How long, and what does this mean going forward?
Well, he played very well yesterday and led that team to that victory.
That's what he do.
Brock Purdy is getting closer, and it wouldn't surprise me if Purdy's back this week, finally. Initially, that injury wasn't as bad as they thought. He recovered a little quicker. Still painful, but the fact that he was back limited last week, they ruled him out yesterday morning, but I think Purdy's going to have a real chance to go this week.
Okay, and then Justin Fields, what's going on with him? When's he going to be back? Concussion protocol obviously is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, again, he's got the extra day built in, so that's encouraging. And again, I think Tyrod Taylor played pretty well yesterday, and he's somebody that the team likes, trusts, respects. if Fields clears, then he'll be the guy. He's got an extra day to do it. I don't think that they have the answer to that. Aaron Glenn was pretty vague when he spoke about it earlier today.
Okay, pretty vague is not what a lot of NFL fans are on the internet when it comes to this guy. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Shefty, was last night the kind of straw that broke the camel's back in terms of Russ starting for the Giants. We saw a couple times, him basically just throwing it into the tunnel, throwing it off the uprights, throwing, lobs up there, throwing picks, just looking like shit pretty much. And then after the game, Dable even said, when asked about the fans booing the quarterback situation, he basically said, like, yeah, I would have booed too. Why wouldn't you? So, are they done with Russ, or are we going to do this whole same song and dance next week?
Brian Dable didn't want to answer the question after the press conference yesterday. And I think once you answer it once, you kind of get into a habit of opening yourself up to this. So I guess he didn't want to open up the speculation. I think after that series, there were some people that were disappointed. The schedule is so brutal that there's not a great time to go to the young quarterback. They play the Chargers at home this week. Get the schedule right here. I think that they play after that. Here we go. Chargers at home, at New Orleans. Like,
boom.
That might be good, but I don't know if you want to start the guy on the road and then home.
Yes,
for
you
Philly.
do. This Saints team, you definitely want it. That is.
Hold on. And then you got home for Philly. That's not. And then at Denver, at Philly, home for San Francisco. Like, it's a gauntlet.
He's got to play sometime.
Yeah, wait. This is a terrible schedule.
After that run.
That is a terrible run for sure. That is a horrendous run. That is not an easy decision. Also, Daboll, Shane, they got to be thinking about their jobs, or are they tied with Jackson Dart's future success? How's that kind of work? Because, there is a conversation like these people were going crazy when Jackson jogs on the field. And obviously we've seen this before and it not work out, but we've seen it before and it does work out. He looks like he's built for the moment, and we're seeing what we're seeing. Is there a chance that Daboll and Shane are thinking about their job, or they think about the future? What is the mindset over there in the decision-making process?
The process has been that they've wanted to stay as patient as they can with Russell Wilson as their starting quarterback, with Jackson Dart on the bench. That's been where they've been at. They're 0-3, though, right now.
Yeah.
The fans are booing. At some point, they're going to make the change. Like, it's coming. We just don't know when they're going to break down and go to.
It's a tough
quarterback.
The boys want it today, Shefty. The boys are calling for Jackson Dart today. Now, granted, one of the boys dealt with Russell last year, where Russell had like a 4 or 5 games where he was on fire, and then it went the other way. And I would like to thank Russell Wilson for everything he's done for ball. But if I'm 0-3, and I think this conversation might come up later about a couple other teams as well. If I'm 0-3 with what the stats say and what the future looks like for our team, why would you not want to kind of see what you have? I understand that is a tough schedule. That certainly is not a good schedule for the Giants. And if I'm Daboll, who's potentially on my last leg, I'm not happy that this is what the schedule looks like going forward as we are 0-3. But boy, at some point, we got to let the Ole Miss boy, the Ole Miss dog, try to run out there.
Didn't they get last place last year?
How
do they have the hardest schedule in the NFL the following year?
The NFL schedule maker say, hey, Giants, that's cute. I didn't like the way Daboll talked about us. Let's go ahead and get him the hell out of here. It is. Anything else to wrap this entire story up here? Daboll and Shane, are we good?
Jordan Renan just reported that Tyrone Tracy dislocated his shoulder last night.
Scatterboot now starter.
Yep.
I would think we're going to see a little bit more of Cam Scatterboot right now moving forward, because Tracy will miss multiple weeks. Look at Xavier Worthy. He dislocated his shoulder the first week in the friendly fire incident with Travis Kelce. He's missed the next 2 games, and my understanding was that the injury was more severe than people realized. And so now Tyrone Tracy's got a dislocated shoulder. He's a running back. He's using that shoulder quite a bit. So, yeah, I think Cam Scatterboot now will step into a larger role with Tracy out.
The world's going to enjoy Cam Scatterboot. Yeah. The only reason why I know that is because, boy, it was great to learn about him at Arizona State last year. And he should have been known a long time ago. We have this high school clip of him. I posted this last night. I don't know if you saw it. Cam Scatterboot in high school, untackleable, actually. Look at this dude. He sprawls and all stuff mixed together. Oh, yeah, he's breaking a couple tackles. This is good for high school. Yeah, we've seen this before. Okay, he's still going. It's got to be over there, right? Got to be over there. Nope. he's on the other side of it. Cameraman. He's the one scoring the
Touchdown.
Yeah, that's him. Scatterboo has like 4 plays from there. He has a kickoff return, I think, where he has something like that from high school. I have no idea how he ended up at Arizona State and kind of overlooked. But his head is the size of this desk. Okay, and his grit and determination to win is beyond everybody's. And he was overlooked. It's like this dude is a weapon, and his style of play is very much
battering ram.
Yeah, he wants to pound people. It's good for football if Scatterboo continues. He levitated for that one. I mean, it was like a 12-foot levitation Cam Scatterboo had, and then we're gonna hit a backflip. Yep, no problem. In full. I mean, this dude's a real deal, dude. And I'm happy he's at the Giants because that's a massive market to kind of get a hold of him. But I wish he was on a team that was potentially going to go on a real run because this dude is legit, Shefty. Legit.
Well, first of all, that run that he made in high school, I hadn't seen that before. That's one of the greatest runs I've ever seen from any running back ever. Like that's as good as any run I've ever seen. That's like in the Beastquake category. That's like in Sanders territory. Look at how many tackles he avoids. Just when you think he's down, he's not. He breaks loose again. He absolutely has to be finished here, right? They have him wrapped up, thrown down, right? No, they don't. He breaks free again. Chris Berman would have a field day with that highlight. And that's all I could think as I'm watching that. He would love that. And Cam Scatterboo, to tie back to your initial question, I don't understand why the Giants didn't run him when they got down to the 4-yard line last night on that series with Russell Wilson.
Russ
was Scatterboo playing the way he was. Like, how about giving the ball to Cam Scatterboo?
They want to hit the goalpost.
Chris Berman going, woo, woo, Cam Scatterboo would have been every single week.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yep.
Scatter, boop, boop.
Yep,
I mean, it would have been hey, boom. Come on, boom.
Yeah,
Come on, boom. We need that every week. We need Scatterboo watch with Chris Berman going forward. Okay, let's talk about another decision that was made that everybody had questions about, but if it worked out, they would have been looked at as geniuses. Down in Atlanta, kind of a quarterback conversation. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Shefty, we are all big fans of Michael Penix here, but he looked like shite yesterday. The whole team, the Falcons did not look good in general yesterday, losing on the road to the Panthers. And then Kirk Cousins made an appearance in this game. Was it just because the game was away and they wanted to keep Penix healthy, or can we read into this situation? What are your thoughts on this whole situation between Penix and Kirk Cousins?
That's what it is. To me, Michael Penix had a bad day, a terrible day. They were giving him relief. The game was over. Take him out, onto a new day. And they were just giving Kirk Cousins some mop-up time right there. It wasn't like they're bringing him to challenge Michael Penix or anything like that. To me, that was one of the more disappointing results of yesterday. Green Bay losing to Cleveland. You've got the Panthers beating the Atlanta Falcons. See, the week before, the Falcons on Sunday night were incredibly impressive against the Vikings in Minnesota. It's hard to reconcile how a team could look that good one week and then play like that the next week. That's odd to me.
That's football, baby. Yeah, that's football. That's why the NFL has the parity that it has, because you have no idea who's going to show up.
No idea.
And getting everybody to kind of row in the same direction whenever there's injuries and there's replacements, that's like super duper special teams. You got guys that are signing on to the team on Thursday that are impacting the game on Sunday. It's like, that's why the NFL is the greatest, and we're going to expect it forever. Shout out to the Panthers putting it together.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Panthers putting it together. Shout out to the Cleveland Browns being problematic. Now, let's look to tonight's game. High-scoring affairs, what the sports books are saying, over under 53.5. Lions and Ravens. Anything we need to know for tonight's game that we should be thinking about?
Yeah, a couple of things. I think, first of all, it wouldn't surprise me if both teams made some roster moves this afternoon. Marcus Davenport's dealing with a chest injury. We'll see whether the Lions go ahead and put him on IR or whether he can avoid that. We'll see whether the Ravens have to put Justin Madubuike, their outstanding defensive tackle, on injured reserve. He's got a neck injury. It's a little problematic, and it wouldn't surprise me if just before 4 o'clock we got notice that Justin Madubuike wound up on injured reserve, which would be a loss for that particular defense. Aiden Hutchinson's kind of fighting his way back. You'll notice guys are coming at him. He's facing all kinds of things as he's playing defensive end, which has been interesting to watch, some of the ways that teams have gone at him. Interesting.
They had Noise out, right, Shefty?
Yep.
What's that?
They had Noise
he's
out, yeah.
Can you bet on 500 rushing yards? Because both D-lines sound like they're completely ravaged.
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, Derrick Henry, last week, the Browns had 9 men in the box, it seemed like, the entire game, and they were determined not to let Henry run, and the Ravens had
defense
making plays of different sorts, but Derrick Henry last week was a non-factor with them playing the line like that. I don't think that'll happen again tonight.
All right, Shefty, we appreciate you on TV all night, we assume?
Yeah, we're going to be doing SportsCenter, NFL Live, Monday Night Countdown, and in the middle of having some FY, hopefully.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, don't FO, brother. You got a big-time day. Ladies and gentlemen, senior NFL insider for ESPN, Adam Schefter.
Hey, Shefty.
We appreciate Shefty. All the intel, all the inside notes. Feels like there's a lot of injuries tonight. It's week 3.
Yeah.
So this is football.
Okay, tough.
We got starting quarterbacks, backup quarterbacks. We got D-lines missing. We got a lot of stuff going on. Special teams going crazy. I mean, this is a wild start to an NFL season. Now, D-Bot, what are the couple things maybe we didn't hit as much as we should there in the first 15?
Oh, we covered a lot, but you know what? I would say with the champs. We start with the defending champs. Champs still the champs. I know a lot of people started to write them off early on, the offensive struggles, and then the Rams came out of the gate 26-7, I believe they were leading. And can we throw up that passing chart from Jalen Hurts? I haven't seen it much on the internet after week 3, but it's almost like, when he needs to, he can. He threw the ball down the field when he needed to. Second half, they came back 21-32, 226, 3 touchdowns, no interception. This is 17 games in a row now, including the playoffs, where he started and finished the games, and they have won. And it was a conversation between him and his offensive coordinator, a little spirited on the sideline. He spoke a little candidly about that after the game. We can get to that later, but a great job by the Eagles. Actually, you know what? Let's get to it now.
Jalen, what a comeback. A lot of memorable moments in this ball game. What are you going to take away from a victory like today?
Man, regardless, it's always good to get a win. It's always good to get a win.
Okay.
And if that doesn't show you what type of team we are, I don't know what does. Now, we completely did that to ourselves in the first half. Completely. And absolutely completely did that to ourselves. And that's something we gotta fix. It's as simple as that. It's unacceptable.
It's like you guys said later for this. Whatever happened in that first half, forget about it. Let's go and show who we are.
We play so many styles of football where in that first half, we got to get out of this playing not to lose. We got to come out aggressive and play our game. You saw our game in the second half.
What about Big Boy with the block and chugging down the field?
I knew he was going to block it. I just knew he was going to block it.
Yeah, we cut it right there.
That's just a great effort.
So, yeah, him and the Patullo guy, the new OC.
Okay, so everybody's calling for his job last week during every reaction. Monday is the new offense coordinator.
Yeah.
Second half, that offense looked vastly different than the first half. There was one throw to A.J. Brown that kind of sprung everything down the right side as I was watching that. It felt as if, remember A.Q. Shipley last year, he was like, I like the Eagles' offensive line. They got the best offensive line in football. Saquon Barkley's the best running back maybe in the history of football. I don't know if Jalen Hurts is the guy. And we attacked A.Q. immediately for that. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, this guy is the guy. But I think there was a lot of people that had that narrative. Felt like the offense coordinator for the Eagles maybe had that narrative for the first couple weeks. And then once he opened it up and allowed him to start throwing in the second half, guess who else that helped? Saquon Barkley. That helped the run and everything as Saquon wasn't really working. It's like now hopefully Patullo and Jalen are kind of on the same page. I don't know if they were trying to roll it out, but it felt like he wasn't as confident in like, hey, we got a lot of money out there. We got a lot of money out there. We got a lot of money right here. We got a tight end with a lot of money. Lane Johnson getting hurt, not great.
No.
They're going to have to figure that out.
Big piece missing.
But it was nice to see him open it up again.
Yeah, it was nice to see him doing it, turn it on when he needed to, just like he did in the Super Bowl. And then a former Eagle, now a Viking, Isaiah Rodgers, had an unbelievable game against the Bengals. Started off with a pick six right here. We always talk about tips and overthrows. Made him pay for the overthrow. Took it back to the crib. Unbelievable with the ball in his hands. Does some special things. And now unbelievable punching the ball out of other guys' hand. Had 2 forced fumbles. This was his first one that he also picked up and took to the crib. I saw on the internet, I don't know how true it is, but a 99.9 rating or score with PFF, which everybody and anybody who watched this game could see he pretty much pitched the perfect game for a defensive player. First Viking ever to score 2 touchdowns in the game.
Hey, Isaiah Rodgers' story is a good one, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Happy for him, man. Way to bounce back. Way to be a baller. Yeah. Congrats on having a phenomenal game against the Bengals as they beat the hell out of the team from Cincinnati. It's Glorious Overreaction Monday. We can't thank you enough for allowing us to do this for a living. I was in a Speedo on Saturday. We'll talk about that in the next hour, I assume, at some point. Speedo wasn't the banana hammock wasn't holding anything.
Sure.
What?
Yeah, I had just put that thing on about 40 minutes before that during a commercial break in a porta-john, which was actually a poop crock pot because of how hot it was. I get up to the top. I noticed that thing's completely. Uh-oh. Fun time. See you next hour.
You know what? I think there's only one thing left to do here. I've experienced cafecito time. I've experienced the wonderful culture. I've experienced the beautiful people, and I think we got some canes over here. We got some canes over here. We got some canes over here. This day in Coral Gables is going to be one that I will remember for the rest of my life. Ray Lewis started his dance right here at Miami. Ed Reed started his legendary run here at Miami. The legends of football run deep. The moments are special. The national championships are in abundance. Just last year, a lovely University of Miami woman diver from Italy won a national championship. This thing's been staring at me all damn day.
You're out of your mind, brother. You're crazy.
Kirk, I'm a little winded.
That's what I was going to say. You talked the whole time you were running. I'll give you a chance to catch your breath, you son of a bitch. You're crazy.
I hope somebody got a lifesaver over there. He's something. My man's out of breath.
It is a long way to the top.
Are you going to jump in your suit? Are you going to jump in that full suit?
Yeah, so
I'm tired for you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to take the jacket off. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's taking the shirt off now.
Okay. All right.
Looking ripped.
Looking
ripped.
fit.
Oh, he's taking the drawers off.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The pants.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Not the drawers.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you come to this beautiful campus, you will notice quickly that the students here love this university. They love this atmosphere. And I'm with everybody. I think the U is back. Give me.
He's got the speed on. Oh, my God.
Give me the.
Canes, baby.
Here it goes.
Oh, God.
Here it goes. Feet together. Feet together.
I think that was the lead one so for the pencil.
And he's got the U. Flashing it out.
Oh, my God.
McAfee with the refreshing plunge. Miami and Florida tonight. Let's have a look at that again. Check out the form, Herbie.
Oh, man. Let's see the toes.
We need just to
pretty good.
Legs together.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
What?
let's go.
This show stinks. And the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pink.
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this magical Overreaction Monday, September 22nd, 2025. Hour 2 of the program begins now. Football is great. We can't wait to continue to chit-chat about it. The college football weekend was spectacular. One half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP Tone will give us a breakdown of that here in a matter of moments. The Toxic Table's here at Boston Connor, loser. At Ty Schmidt, loser.
Yeah.
Tough day, Toxic Table. Now, let's go to 9-year NFL vet, host of Everything DB, good D, and that bad D.
Hell yeah.
Winner, ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Butler. All your teams.
Well, all but one.
Oh, they're never going to win again, though.
Yeah, all but one.
Yeah.
Chargers, Eagles, my Colts,
Yeah, they don't
all
count.
undefeated, but you know.
And the Panthers even win for you?
Dolphins.
Got your Ravens tonight?
Chucky was up picking
Magic
games.
Chuck looked awesome.
Saw his page research.
I was talking about the Carolina Panthers, but I understand that you were saying also the Florida Panthers.
Your
as well.
Browns.
All the Panthers.
The Panthers, that's not my team.
Okay, to hell with that. All right.
Yeah.
I like that.
You got the Ravens tonight, though.
No, not my squad.
Tough look for your
Not yet, though.
Falcons.
We do have it. No, never mind. I can't. I'm a Dolphin fan forever. I'm locked in.
Oh,
Blood
you're
in,
about
blood
to
out.
ship
blood,
them
blood
out.
in, blood out. I thought relegation, but I can't do it.
Oh, relegating
Relegation.
one of your teams,
That's
Dahn,
interesting.
is
Yeah,
actually
you got different benefits when you live this life.
Well, I appreciate the way you have tried to promote others to live your life, too. Darius J. Butler has 5 teams he's pulling for at any given Sunday. Then let's add colleges. We got you. We got UConn.
That's 2. Only 2.
Okay, so 6 teams. He's got 6 teams any given weekend to be pulling for.
Well, and the stupid, Mercedes
F1,
or whatever bullshit.
Yeah, Rude Van, Oscar.
Nistelrooy, Oscar,
Disastry.
Yeah, we remember him.
Michael Petrie.
So he's got
so disrespectful.
It's not about G1, dude. You got 10 different. Are those guys all on different teams or the same?
Yeah,
team?
Landon Norris.
Yeah, they're different. These guys are making like $50, $60 million. These are icons.
Absolute dogs.
And we don't care.
No, we do.
And we never will.
But back to the point. Darius has 10 to 11 different things that can win on any given weekend that'll bring him joy.
Yeah.
So what he has been trying to do is to tell others, hey, you need to pick up some more teams. You need to pick up some more things so that you're not just boom, da, boom, da, boom. Because a team that you've never met, a group of men that you have no idea who they are behind closed doors, is controlling your happiness. Now, a lot of people say, D-Butt, that's disgusting. You're a part of the problem.
I get it.
D-Butt comes back and says, what? I want to enjoy sports. So there's a valid argument on both sides. Let's go to one half of the hammer. Cowboys at Bubba Gumpino. He is a Miami Dolphins fan.
Yep.
He shares that with you. You two very diehard Dolphins fans. But if you see the jersey he's wearing now, he thought he was going to get that last week. It came 4 days late, which we all appreciate and respect in the jersey ordering game nowadays. He has just picked up the Dolphins and just kind of, okay, see ya. Shout out to the U being back. Miami Hurricanes feel all the way back. That university was electric down there.
Yeah, I was supposed to have this jersey for that trip. Shout out Fanatics. Appreciate it.
What happened?
Yeah, the U is all the way back. They're electric to watch. This Bain guy up front on defense, every play is an absolute menace. And then Gators came back a little bit. Carson Beck didn't have his best game, but then they just got back to pounding the rock and just shoved it down the Gators' throat to win that game.
Amazing university, I would say. And that president, Joey from the Bronx, this guy's got access to a lot of money, knows how to operate a lot of money, and also is a very good leader. That entire place, brand new, seemingly, and only getting newer. Now, the stadium is an interesting conversation because how far away it is.
Yep.
And I assume in Miami, it's not going to be easy to find real estate where you can potentially put that big of a thing. But everything that Miami has going on feels very aligned with their sports being good. Like very, very much so. So if you're a Miami Hurricanes fan who happens to be a Miami Dolphins fan, and you're not like Darius Butler and pick up 5 other teams because you are a Dolphins fan over the last 30 years, just know that the Hurricanes feel like something that's sustainable for like the next foreseeable future. That's how you feel after leaving there, right, Gumpy?
Yeah, especially after talking to Cristobal. I mean, he is the man. Saban said it. He's the perfect guy for that team. He is unbelievable. Great guy.
Cristobal, Cam, this guy Cam, he's I don't know what his job is. I have no idea what his job is.
Legend.
Psychopath.
Absolute legend.
He's a weapon. President, this Cam guy, he was I don't know if he's the SID media guy, PR guy. He was one fine speedo.
Wears many hats.
Yeah, he's a get-it-done guy.
What do you need? You need a suit? You need to look like you're from Miami? I got you, dude. No problem. Bang, da, bang, da, bang. How about that? Fucking unreal, dude. Like his energy, this guy Cam, immaculate. But I don't think he's the only one there. I think everybody there, the president loves Miami. Cristobal, he's a boy, loved the Hurricanes, loves Miami. This Cam guy, I assume, echoes the sentiment a lot. Love Miami. Like, they're all very proud. That's why when I was standing up there, 32.9 feet up in the sky, or as the Europeans and I guess Olympics say, 10-meter board. I say it's very evident that these students love this university. They do.
Yes.
They love being there. And now with the alumni being able to give money and support the school, if you love the school, let alone Dana White getting there, down there now with more money being attracted.
Tax-free. I mean, even that when it comes to NIL now.
State income tax, obviously a huge deal, especially for these players that are getting paid a lot of money, which Carson Beck allegedly is. And everything about the president president, his whole entire life, business is money.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was in. What they are doing, everybody else should be doing.
That's the big thing right there, Joey from the Bronx. Like, as long as he's running the show and he can get them, because look, college football, it always has been big business, but it's big business now more than ever. So if Joey's moving shit around, you talked about alumni base and them showing up and giving money, all that shit is dope. But if Joey can move around and make sure we continue getting these players, boy,
I'm telling you, I think it only just begun. Like I think this has only just begun in the last couple of years. It felt like it lost its luster and its connection, and now they're like very much focused on the U being the U again, and like pulling on that from all this. Dwayne Johnson gave him what, like I don't know if it was this president or the previous one, but Dwayne Johnson donated whatever $100 million for a new everybody that is down there. I think Miami's in a good spot, especially the ACC right now.
Yes.
What is Clemson? You know, Florida State's real year to year.
Can't wait for that game.
Got it. 2 weeks.
Miami, Florida State.
2 weeks.
Whew, yeah, bye week then
Just got announced. It's 7:30 Saturday night.
Okay. And Georgia Tech right now with Haynes King. Will they be able to supplement that going forward? We don't know, but we know this year they're going to be good. It's like Miami feels like it's a sustained operation right now. I should feel very good about them.
Yeah, like Miami and Penn State. If you just look at those two schools, they're going to be the blueprint. Oregon you can throw in there too. I mean, I wonder USC's probably throwing a bunch of money around. It feels like that is now the blueprint. Anyone who's not operating as if, hey, this is now a money business. It is basically just a business. We don't have to treat this as if we did before, where it's the education and football. It is now.
But
football.
by the way, Miami education,
top tier,
private institution.
Penn State,
very good,
top tier, and that's only going to help those schools. You wonder if the better education is going to lead to those schools being better because they do have more money from alumni. But if every school isn't doing that, if you're in the SEC or Big Ten or anything and you don't have some sort of money guy in your building, whether it's an AD,
with real sway.
Yeah, exactly. Whether an AD president, a vice president, something like that, like you will be left behind. And if you're one of those boosters, you better make sure your school knows that too.
Go ahead, Ty.
Well, I was just going to say, like, for them not being relevant, at least to the point like when we were growing up that they were, where you could, basically set your watch like, hey, this team might win a national championship. That's the game aside. Like watching game day on Saturday, I was like, this campus is unbelievable. It is so nice. The weather is perfect. Like, so if you can get the football kind of starting to go in the right direction, it's like, why wouldn't you want to come here?
Yeah, legit. And you think that as you're walking around that campus a lot. It's like, I don't know what I would have became with all this. And how nice this is. Like, I don't know if I would have been able to maintain focus. But if I was just choosing a school to go to, it's like, why would you not come to a resort down here?
Not that Penn State isn't awesome, but if you went on a visit to Penn State in October and then went to Miami the following weekend, like, which way you think you're going to lean?
Well, then people would say, well, the college atmosphere at Penn State is better than it is in Miami. It's like, I think they have house parties and shit down there too. They have an entire off-campus, and let me tell you, beautiful.
Some nice houses.
You got scooters and skateboards everywhere. It was.
Oh yeah.
Felt like they're really living down there.
See people blading or just?
I didn't see any blades. I didn't leave campus really though, so I didn't see any blades. A lot of these scooters.
A lot of the scooters.
A lot of scooters because traffic's so bad in Miami. I guess so. There's a lot of
limes and stuff.
No, people like own
personalized scooters.
Yeah,
those are big now.
Dez showed up on his own scooter. Dez lives in the area. Nice scooter.
I bet.
15, 20, I think. Especially if you put that thing in rabbit. Yeah. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is I guess down in Miami, you would put it in cheetah mode, but for how long?
Yeah. Well said. And are you getting pulled over?
Yeah.
Swing.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Hawker! Hey, we just talked about a lot about down there in Miami, and I know that you saw me adjust myself with a camera very close on me. And I will say, if I didn't do that, AJ, whole show, literally whole thing, that thing was riding. That thing was riding real right. Real right there.
Do we have any idea? Did you give a heads up to all the great people behind the scenes that are filming this? Hey, possibly like blur it out, maybe give you a blur. But if you do the blur, you have to do like a fake blur all the way down to your ankle or something. Make it look ridiculous.
Bigger blur. Yeah, you need to blur the whole thing. No, this all came together relatively quickly. I think we should. Everybody should kind of understand that. Friday night, Dez hosted an incredible gathering for everybody. Got a chance to see his house. So sick. he has a hat right in the middle of his living room. His house is like a museum. Paintings everywhere, like very beautiful. It is. Dez's house is one of the nicest houses I've ever seen. Like, it is incredible. Right in the middle has a hat with a box around it, and it says, the greatest catch I've ever made. And it's Desmond Howard. And obviously the question, what is this? Oh, it's Michael Jackson's hat. He threw it my sophomore year of college. I went to a concert.
Wow.
Threw it out into the crowd. Dez, I guess.
Of course.
That's
pretty sweet.
And then he held on to it. So it's right there. It is.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, it was very sick. But as we were doing it, chefs, obviously they made some Jamaican food. It was, I'm telling you, it was great. It was, I would say, the perfect event for whatever it was supposed to be. You know, like everybody get crew coming, audio coming, makeup, and it was called like a flow through. So nobody felt obligated. Like, it was just very well done, I would say. One of the camera people that have been there for a long time, blanking on his name, 100% on me. He's on a jib away from us. He's not on the set. He is somewhere else. He's been there a long time, though. He basically brings up to me, like, you going off that high dive or whatever? And I'm like, I don't know. Is it like, how close is it to the set? They're like, it's literally right next to the set. And I was like, could you get it on camera? He goes, oh, yeah, we got a lot of cameras that can get over there. And then he even says, like, we'll never get an opportunity to do that again. So, like, this thing is right next to that. Just want to let you know, camera guy, just want to let you know, we'll never have this opportunity again. We can certainly get it on camera. It was like, okay, we should think about doing that. So then I talked to Red, Matt's his name, at game day that night. I'm like, hey, is anybody going off? What's going on here? What's the situation? Then he said Jess was going off there. And I was like, sick. Okay, I won't do it then. I don't want to do it if Jess is doing it. And then I think Jess came up with the idea, was like, well, last week he kind of challenged me. I'll challenge him to do it if he'll do it. I'm like, perfect, let's do that. So then whenever I see Jess up there, I'm thinking to myself, would be kind of cool if Jess just doesn't do this right now, okay? Then if I was to do it later, Jess didn't do the field goal thing, Jess didn't do the top thing, but instead Jess, just like a G, cuts a promo up there, puts that thing down, walks right off, wasn't even a second thought, walks right off of that thing, nails it.
Yeah, send it.
Picture perfect in that entire thing. I'm like, damn, like Jess really, what do I do that is even close to winning there? So then there was a Speedo conversation that sort of happened.
Sure.
A Speedo conversation that was brewing, you know, a little bit before the show. I asked this Cam gentleman, I said, hey, what do the divers wear when they go off there? They wear a Speedo, right? Yeah, I was like, can I get a Speedo from the diving team? Because then when I drop that shit, it'll say Miami. You know, so then it's like easy. This is who I'm picking, Miami. So Cam tells me immediately, I'm looking at you, okay? I don't know if we got any divers. I'm like, no, they're like big. Well, get the swim team. He goes, we only have a women's swim team. And I don't know.
Which is wild.
I don't know if they're very good, I guess. Yeah. But I don't know if the divers are going to have that. He makes a couple calls, obviously, 2 phones. This guy, Cam, always on. I think always loves the Hurricanes. He goes, the biggest we got is size 30 waist. I'm like, that's 8th grade for me. Actually 8th grade for me. He goes, I told you you're going to be small. I don't know. So then Matt Garrett read during the show, goes, hey, we can certainly find a Speedo somewhere if that is still an option. And I just, yeah, sure, talk back. Yeah, let's go ahead and check that. So then all of a sudden, about 45 minutes later, we have 3 different options of Speedos. They're all black, though, so it won't really help with the debut, but if you want to wear it, cool. Brings it up. I think it was 34, maybe. 34, like somewhere in that range. Closer. I'm a 37. I'm stuck in between 36 and 38. That's kind of where I dance. 38, you've seen me on TV with them. It looks a little bit ridiculous. There's a little bit of thing. 36, a little tight in the area. Look a little bit ridiculous. So with my fat ass, that's kind of how it is. So 34, we get that thing. I look at it. I'm like, I don't know. You know, but I don't know what a Speedo's supposed to be. This is not like I don't know. I don't know what they're supposed to be. So I got to go in a porta-john, okay, right behind the
during a commercial break?
Yeah, right before the last hour. I go into a porta-john. It is 190 degrees, okay? I am in a poop crock pot in there, okay? And my pants are all drenched because I'm sweating the entire day. So I had to peel these things off of me during a commercial break, put them on top of the toilet paper little fucking thing.
Sure.
Because there isn't like there's not a shelf in these porta-johns. So then I put this thing on. Boy, real tight.
Hold on, did you leave underwear in there?
What's that?
Did you leave your underwear that you were wearing in the porta-john?
No, I put them back on.
Oh, you did?
I put because they were stuck in my pants.
Gotcha. Yeah,
everything over.
They were stuck in my pants.
Who had the Speedos packed already? Was it the other guy?
What do you mean?
No, they went bottom.
They went bottom.
They went
They went the Dixon bottom. It was the biggest one.
Other guy probably did have some.
Yeah, but then I put that thing on. It was really uncomfortable. Last hour, you probably see me fidgety a little bit. I was so tired because I'd sweat so much at that point. Those fans that stood out there with us the entire time, absolute legends and icons. But then, yeah, as I'm running up there, I'm feeling that thing, kind of not feel comfortable, but it's a Speedo. I don't know what it's supposed to feel like. This is my normal thing. And then when I unbutton my jeans at the top of that thing, I look down, and because it's white pants, I could see it.
Oh, there's my dick right there.
Oh, shit.
That is exactly what I did. So now I'm like, oh, no, what do I do here? Because this thing is literally just shoved right over here. So I try to adjust myself, and you guys saw it. I found a brick center. I think ball sack sport. Oh, man, everybody was having a good time with that. And I'm like, that was almost all of me. All of me. Almost saw all of you. That Sebastian.
Yeah.
Great mascot.
Was he talking or no?
No talking at all.
Exactly.
No, a lot of moxie. Came in afterwards. I'm shirtless in the production room because I was missed me ripping my shirt. David Allen, shout out to you, bro. You did make that a little bit more difficult than I thought it was going to be with those buttons. Kind of ripped that thing. Shout out to Cam getting me the sport coat and the pants the night before, obviously, so I could go real Miami Vicey. Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was fun. But, yeah, my balls were almost completely out there. I mean, and obviously.
Kit and caboodle.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The heated pool or?
It was a lot further of a fall than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, how was it right there? Was it when you got up there? Was it okay? This is a little taller than I thought this would feel.
Didn't look down really. Looked at students a lot. Looked out when I was doing the whole. Then they spell out CANES Canes, but the Sebastian move is a lot of that. Didn't look down. Kind of had a little bit of a worrisome when I put the microphone down.
Sure.
And I almost looked down. You look down, your eyes are connected to your brain. There's almost a natural reaction of oh, what are we even thinking about doing? So for me, I got to just go. So I didn't even look down. But midway through, I certainly thought to myself, wow, this is further than I thought it was going to be. I'm still falling right now, and I'm happy to talk. Yeah, no bruises. They told me if I cannonballed, there was a chance I would have blew my my butthole.
Yeah. Is that what that's what they told you?
Yeah, because that thing would be fully exposed. That would suck. Especially if I'm sitting that thing down. Was thinking about doing the backflip, I guess, because Mark Richt, head coach formerly, did backflips off that thing to rowdy up the student section or whatever. Thought about doing that because I have done that off top turnbuckle and things like that. But then if you ever rotate there, that's catastrophe.
Yeah. Break every bone in your face.
That's certainly catastrophe. And right there, I didn't have a mic on. I said, Coach Corso, this pencil is for you. Okay, and the reason why I did a pencil is because, first of all, I thought it was sweet to honor Coach Corso like that, but also the thought of just dying up there was much less with the pencil. So
it was a good move.
That's how it all came together, AJ, and what a day. Then I get to my phone 20 minutes later, because I'm drenched in my phone and my shit's everywhere, and I'm like, man, I wonder how many people think I'm the worst human on earth for doing that. I was like, look at this guy. I thought there was going to be a lot. Pretty positive reaction. Yeah. I'm very, very thankful for that. And then as the bus is heading to the FBO, the airport, to get back to Indy for WrestlePalooza, I got a call from Coach Corso. And it's like, Coach Corso, he and I certainly got along, friendly, very much so. Would ask him questions, would help. I think good relationship is how it would be described. But I've only known him here the last couple years. I haven't known him for 30 years like everybody else, 20 years for everybody else. So him calling me unprompted out of nowhere was awesome. And right behind me there is our last show rundown of picks that we had at Ohio State. And I asked him to sign it with his Ticonderoga pencil whenever he was done. And he says, now your turn, Pat, literally to me. It's like a pretty cool moment. And that call from him, I got emotional. It was a crazy day. And then WrestlePalooza was happening in Indianapolis with WWE and ESPN coming together. And it's like, man, there's a lot of insane shit happening. I'm incredibly grateful and thankful, and also pumped. My balls didn't show. And
biggest part.
I think that's a big deal. You know what I mean, AJ?
Yeah, that's what they were very worried that you would spread your legs, and that's when it would just water would go up through your butt, through your mouth, and you would just explode or what?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe. I didn't think about
No, it probably,
that's how it works.
I don't know.
Because the one thing's connected to the other thing, and then the other thing's connected to the Otter thing.
You just-
Isn't there like a thing in there that's like 10 miles? Or
Yeah,
something?
intestine.
Yep, small
Your
intestine.
stomach
Large
would explode
intestine.
if it went through your butthole. Probably more so than just come out your mouth.
No, it'd be like what they did on Jackass, where they just get all the stuff out of you.
They're talking bruised feet.
Oh, yeah.
If I was to do that. I mean, all these things were being talked about. Like, hey, this is this. I watched a military, I think it was the Marines, URA. I think it was them jumping out of coppers, like what you do with your shit. So I just tried to mimic that. And, yeah, body feels good.
So that was your first time jumping off something that high?
No, so we jumped off a pier in Pittsburgh. It was down on, what was that road?
Down on Barking.
Yeah, Barking Road. It was into a river, but it was always night. They would say different. That's 20 feet. Oh, it's 40 feet. You had no idea. It's black. And then all you would hope is it's a river so you don't hit anything pretty real. Obviously, jumped off the steel cage at NXT. I've jumped off things before, out of a plane. You know, I've done that. But it's always just can't.
Just do it.
Can't look. Just got to go. Like the pier, couldn't see shit. Pitch black into a river. It's like this. Hindsight.
That's wild.
Pretty terrible decision.
You're also not a huge like swim and water guy, you know. So it's like that's you know. I mean, I assume you went right down to the bottom of the pencil. Yeah.
Thought my ears were going to explode.
I imagine.
As I was going down, I'm like way too low right now. Way too low. Kept going. Touched bottom. Also Speedo. Right back to where it was, but this time cheeks too.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And you were gassed. I mean, you ran so far and climbed up like 3 flights there.
Thank you. I got a text from Whitey, West Virginia legend, host of the Old Grad podcast. He said, you just literally did a fireman work like a firefighter. You just did the firefighter super challenge. You sprinted, then you did the...
Talking the whole time?
Yeah. I'm very thankful I got to do it. Shout out to Miami. That was a lot of fun. I'm happy we made it. Go ahead. Now we just...
Yep, exactly.
You know? Went off the high dive. You all saw it?
Yeah.
Do I have to do it again? We did it.
No way.
Already did it. We're going to do an Olympic thing someday. They'll have that high dive, and I'll be like, that was so much fun when I got to do it.
Don't want to copy it. You've already done it.
Oh, it's not going to be. Tan lines, everybody needs to relax. I fell asleep in Puerto Rico.
What are you going to do?
Okay?
I thought they looked good.
I fell asleep in Puerto Rico. You know, that's...
It's all right.
That was day 1 I got down there.
Yeah.
You should have seen what that felt like day 2 down there, up here. It is crazy that I guess like my whole body could be that tan if I just fell asleep in Puerto Rico for 3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, there you go.
Because I had those shorts on. You know, I had sunglasses on with a hat up here, a towel over my body, just kind of passed out, maybe on some vitamins. And I'll tell you, you saw where I didn't cover myself.
Yeah.
It's still there. That's what, a month and a half ago?
Yeah.
2 months ago?
Jeez.
I don't want to think about the worries of that.
Say some plays no games.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. No.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, we made him wait through that entire thing. We apologize. He will be on the Monday Night Football coverage, I do believe, this evening. He's an ESPN pundit. He's an Emmy Award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Schrager.
Yay!
Whoa, where are you at?
The hell?
I'm in Baltimore, my friend. This is the Baltimore skyline behind me. I found this on Google Images.
I like that. Good play. Pay homage to the Baltimore folks. Have you been down to Jimmy's Famous Seafood? I don't think it's in this shot, but it should be.
It is not. Jimmy has been very good to me and my family in the past. We get some packages from time to time whenever you talk positively about the Ravens, but we have not been there yet. I love Jimmy's Seafood, but I also love being in Baltimore. I just took a walk around the Inner Harbor this morning. Fresh air, beautiful. We got a great one tonight, dude.
Okay, so you say you talk positive about Baltimore. Jimmy's Famous will take care of you. Tonight, are you talking positive about the Baltimore Ravens? How do you feel about this evening's game?
Yeah, this evening's game is a really good one. It's a great one that we have in week 3 on Monday night, but really it's between 2 teams that silenced a lot of people after week 1. And I look at this one, to me, if you're Lamar Jackson, you're one of the best Monday Night Football quarterbacks of all time. He's never thrown an interception on Monday Night Football. He's 7-2. He's got this great record. He's also 24-2 against the NFC. Nothing is going to be accomplished tonight by beating the Detroit Lions in week 3. It's not like you're going to look at your resume and say, well, he didn't do this, he didn't do this, he didn't do this, but he beat the Lions in week 3 of the 2025 season. That said, when you're looking at what the Bills are doing up there in the AFC East, and you're looking to hold serve, and you know how important home field is in these playoffs, I think this game does matter in the big picture. And I also think that they're looking to make a statement on national TV after giving up that loss in the way the defense played against Buffalo in week 1.
Go ahead, AJ.
Shregs, what about this Detroit Lions team? I believe you came on this program and said you think there's a chance that they do not make the playoffs this year, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think's on the line for them tonight, and how do you think they're going to look?
Yeah, I went from being like Mr. Lions, everyone loving me in Detroit because I was on this ride, until now being public enemy number 1. The truth of the matter was I thought the NFC was loaded at the top, and I wasn't sure how this team would respond to the loss of Ben Johnson and obviously Aaron Glenn. Well, week 1, I'm not saying I look like a genius, but there were serious questions. Week 2, they shut me up, and they shut a lot of pundits up, and that offense looked awesome. And it looked like the Ben Johnson offense. That said, if they go out there tonight and they don't do that, and now we're 1-2, you're in a bit of a hole. What they got in their favor, though, was that the Browns silenced the Packers last night. And, of course, we know that the Vikings have a tough trip to Dublin, and they're going to have to go up against the Steelers. Like, this might be one of those years where it's an 18-week season, and it's going to come down to the final week. I didn't have the Lions in the playoffs at the start of the season. If they play like they did last week against Chicago, I'll look like an idiot come January.
Absolutely. A lot of us will for a lot of the things we say throughout the entirety of an NFL season. Last year, it came down to the last week, obviously, between the Vikings and the Lions to decide who was number 1 in the NFC or who was going to get 5th place in the NFC, which almost changed the rule because of how great that NFC North is. Excited to see what Lions team we have tonight. You talked about the Packers losing to the Browns. This Browns defense may be generational in this entire thing whenever it's said and done. What they're able to do at home, plus what they're able to do to everybody. This Packers team was the hottest team in the NFL. We thought maybe Packers might go on and win it all because of who they were at the beginning of the season. Micah was the perfect little kickstart to an entire operation of greatness, and then they go and have to deal with this. How do you feel about the Browns, and what do you think the Browns look like for the rest of the year?
Well, here's the other part of it. Packers didn't play since Thursday. So the Packers had like 10 days to prepare. They're riding high. There's talk of undefeated season. And then they commit 14 penalties. 14 penalties. Looked absolutely out of sorts. And that's a credit to this Cleveland defense. I mean, if you watch the Browns, it's basically if the offense doesn't screw things up, they're going to be in every game. Last week, the offense screwed things up. There were turnovers galore, and then the Ravens were able to capitalize late, and that score got out of control. But if you look at weeks 1 and 3, like this Browns defense, what they did to Joe Burrow in week 1, I mean, Joe Burrow, they had 7 yards in the second half of week 1. And then to see this offense that was lighting it up the first 2 weeks just go completely silent. And Mason Graham, like rookie, all over the place. And then on offense, Judkins gets in the game, 94 yards. If the Browns don't screw it up on offense, they're going to be in every single game this season, and they're going to be a pain in the ass to play because that defense is so good.
Nightmare for the AFC North is the Cleveland Browns. Just late in the season. Gonna have to who do you have to get through? The Browns. Are they going to make the playoffs? Nah. All right, Steelers should win that one. Steelers fans are like, excuse me, do you know who they paid $40 million a year to on defensive side of that ball? Mm-hmm. He's a game record. He will take shit over whenever he wants, and let alone them blocking a kick late in special teams and then going on to hit another kick. It's like, is there a couple different phases that are elite for the Cleveland Browns right now? And then are they going to be able to figure out how to make that offense? Is it the future time, or is Joey Flacco just going to be the guy that rides the Browns to the playoffs for another year? Now, let's talk about a team that maybe had a little bit of success, a little bit of an upside, also a big-time contract to a head coach. Go ahead, D-Butch.
Yeah, talk about the future. Ben Johnson, Caleb Williams, they look good against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, what's your thoughts on that? Is it more the Cowboys just absolutely stinking on defense, or maybe is Caleb Williams possibly turning the corner here with Ben Johnson?
I think it's a combination of both. I think the Cowboys are horrendous on defense right now, and they have to figure their stuff out. But let's not take anything away from Caleb and from Ben Johnson. Look, that team bought in on Ben Johnson's entire summer of dewiring them and then rewiring them into what he wanted them to be. In the first 2 weeks, it didn't look like that was going to be anything, and yet they stayed committed to it, and it all came to fruition yesterday. I love the fact that you saw DJ Moore in the backfield 3 or 4 times. I love the fact that they ran that weird-looking flea flicker. I love the fact that they gave up 0 sacks. That means that this team stuck with themselves and they didn't come unraveled after that week 2 loss to Detroit. It was so personal with Ben Johnson going back to Detroit. I think we underestimated how much the Lions wanted to beat him and how much that Lions team was hearing the noise after that week 1 loss to the Packers. To come out week 3 with Brady and Burkhardt on the call, national audience, and to be the ones to actually light it up and do it with the way that the Lions played last year. I mean, Caleb looked great yesterday. Great. And there was some signs of greatness in those first 2 weeks. You have to feel energized as a Bears fan. At least this thing is not hopeless, and they're going to be on the right track. They committed to Ben Johnson's offense, and it proved to be working just fine once they got things going.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys, obviously there's a different conversation happening for them, and that's rude because maybe the Chicago Bears team did find it, and they're actually a good team. Caleb Williams had his best day on the field. In the locker room, he almost messed up the first ever win for the head coach thing. Almost missed him with the throw and called it the wrong
First
title.
home win.
Yeah, I mean, it was a whole thing, but hey, didn't know he was focused on the game.
That's right.
Wasn't focused on the celebrations with Ben Johnson. Also like the fact that Ben Johnson's thing is good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Because I've been actually saying that my entire life.
Really?
Yes.
Is that like a high school thing? I never heard that. And he rattled that thing off, and I was like, "Ooh, I like that. I'm gonna write that down." But you knew that one.
Yeah, I guess I would assume somebody said that one time around me, and I was like, yup, bars.
Who said that?
Yeah, I don't know who said it. And I think I've always just said it because it's just, it's a lot. But then if you listen to it, it's like, oh, that's a pretty good little saying. And I love that Ben Johnson is just taking that to the entire team. I like that any coach is kind of using that as their rally cry. And if they nail it in there, let's go.
Hell yeah, look, he's an absolute maniac. And you know what? I may be in the minority. I like Caleb's post game. Hey, man, he was hyped. He was excited. First home win.
He almost missed him.
Yeah, don't give him an easy pass.
Oh, you're right.
Throw ass up there.
Maybe he was impersonating the flea flicker, the toss back to him.
Yeah, and we remember from last year. He's a big hip hooray guy. So you gotta let him kind of grow with the celebrations.
First victory at all. And good little touch
Casual.
there. I appreciate it. It looked like they got along too, which I think is a big conversation. Caleb and Ben getting along, showing respect, I think is good. Maybe the Bears are on the up and up. Congrats, Ben. Congrats, Ben. Let's talk about maybe on Dahn. Go ahead, Tone.
Yep, the Bears looked really, really good against Cowboys. You know who else looked really, really good against Cowboys? Russell Wilson. And then he looked like shit in weeks 1 and 3. So when are we going? When are we and your New York Giants going to Jackson Dark Strikes? Because this was not it last night. I mean, there was many interceptions. There was balls into the 18th row. There was balls into the locker room. How do you feel about your Giants in the quarterback position?
The interesting thing is the offensive line actually played pretty well yesterday. So this was the big excuse was, well, the offensive line sucks. Anybody behind that offensive line is going to struggle. Offensive line, they did their job. I know Andrew Thomas only played about 25 snaps, but he and Marcus Mebo kept that defensive line from Russ. It was unfortunate that they couldn't score there in the red zone at the end, and those 4 passes were what they were. There's never going to be a good time to put Jackson Dart in. You and Adam Schefter, you guys went over the schedule in the first hour of this show. There's not going to be an opportune time where, hey, this makes sense. This is the moment. This is the window. What I took away from last night's broadcast, and we talked so much last week about the value of a production meeting. Well, Chris Collinsworth was absolutely glowing about how the Giants are talking about Jackson Dart behind the scenes. That they go into the facility and he's like, the way they're talking about this Dart. So they obviously know internally that Dart is trending upward. The question is, when do you want to throw him into the mix? I look at that schedule, there's not going to be a great time. So this is going to be on Brian Dable, and it's going to be his decision. I think Russ has played fine. I think, obviously, if you look at what happened last night, they didn't get the plays they needed in the red zone, but they were moving the ball up and down the field, and Scatterboo looked like he can play. The truth of the matter is they're going to have to put Dart in at some point if they continue to lose just to salvage this fan base. And that's not a knock on Russ. The fan base wants to see him, and if you listen to Collinsworth last night, they're absolutely giddy in that building over what they're seeing from Jackson Dart in practice. So at this point, you're 0-3. I know it's not ideal to play the Chargers next week in that defense, which is unbelievable, but it might never be ideal. And in the NFL, there's a lot of good defenses. So let's roll the dice.
Well, you go down to New Orleans, too, maybe with a game of experience, and maybe be able to pick up one that you might be able to win down in the South, too. Let that heat hit you a little bit like your Jackson Dart. Crowd, you talk about salvaging the fan base. Boos for us, cheers for Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just like tough. The fans are almost like, well, what do we even draft the guy for? And this isn't the first time this has happened. This has certainly been on multiple occasions where the fans go, hey, we're done with this guy. We would like to see this guy. This is what we did. Will Daboll and Shane say, all right, let's go with it? I'm excited. Guys iced out every week.
They put him in a few times, Pat, and it's basically like Jackson Dart's in, and then he lowers his shoulder and gets absolutely crushed by a defensive lineman. You're like, no, that's not what let's let him throw the ball.
You were happy he's on, yes, but not.
We like that, but I don't need him as a battering ram with his head down, like running into a 350-pound guy. I would also add the Giants are the only team in football that has a kicker be hurt in pregame 2 years in a row, and this thing was crazy, and this happened last year against Washington. So you get Art Stapleton tweeting that, hey, wait, in pregame warmups, Graham Gano's hurt. They're going to have to go to, Jamie Gillan again, and the Scottish Hammer is going to have to kick, and then it's blocked right away. And that kick would have been blocked.
It wasn't even close.
Yeah, it's awesome.
This is like bad news bear stuff when it happens year after year after year, and that's what the Giants fans are booing about. Like when we've got a league where there's guys kicking 64-yard field goals in their sleep, the Giants can't even have a kicker dressed. It's understandable to be frustrated on national TV when that's the case.
I think that's what Dayball said. And if you watched Bruce Brown's Twitter account last night, as I was riding alongside the Giants.
Yeah.
Remember, I picked Bruce Brown and the points with the Giants. Why not here? I just watched what they did with the Cowboys. That was a lot closer. They're 0-2, but
Yeah, exactly.
They can kind of go another way, which everybody spins it in their fan base. Bruce tweeted immediately, not going to be able to win this game without a kicker.
No chance.
What are we doing?
No chance. Over before it starts. Over during the defensive introductions.
Unbelievable. I don't know what happened to Graham. He was able to kick in the second half.
He was up and hit the 25-yarder, and he's wailing in pain, and it's like, what is going on right now?
We hope he's okay, though, obviously. Shregs. Yeah, we do. Yeah, you do, Shregs. You hope he's okay. And
great kicker.
You hope he's okay. Yeah, you hope he gets healthy. And Shregs, obviously, his first feeling was, man, I hope he gets healthy for everything he's done for the Giants. When we stunk, Graham Gano is really the only good player we had.
That's right.
For a while. But it'd be nice if this fucking guy could make it to a game.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You did. All right, on the other side, go ahead, Con.
Yeah, Shregs, the Chiefs, not really a great showing for them either. Obviously, they won the game, get their first one of the year. But we were talking earlier about that schedule you mentioned. I'm now blanking on it, that has the Murderers Row, the Giants. Duh. And the Chiefs also do not have an easy schedule coming up. They go Ravens, Jags, Lions, Raiders, Commanders. Bunch of tough games. That's about 3-5, maybe 4-4. And in there, Rashee Rice gets back. Are we relying on Rashee Rice as people who have to watch the Chiefs to make them look good because it's looked awful? And what's going on with Kelsey? Why is this, connection that him and Mahomes have not going well? And then, of course, him and Andy Reid just kind of getting into it, not as big of a deal because they've done this before. But why doesn't it look good for Kansas City whatsoever?
Yeah, they don't have the weapons right now. I think that's fair to say. I mean, Spags' defense showed up last night, and they did their job. But gosh, you're watching these long 15-play, 16-play drives, settling for field goals. That's not the Chiefs we grew to know and really to appreciate as a team that's in prime time every single night. Now, this is a squad that gets back two very important people in Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy. And you'd like to think, Tyquan Thornton making those two catches and having the third that was ruled an incomplete, but was an absolutely incredible attempt. They now have three options and Hollywood Brown, and you don't have to rely on Kelsey and Noah Gray so much underneath. But the offense isn't what it was. And I think the Chiefs would tell you that. It's not ideal. I think what's interesting is they let DeAndre Hopkins walk. It's interesting because I think we knew they were going to have issues. They got Hopkins last year. He loved being a Chief. They go the distance, and they didn't sign him back. He's now in Baltimore making incredible plays, looking like the Hall of Famer that he might be. So I would say just hang tight, hold serve, and when you get Worthy and Rice back, let's judge the offense there. I mean, this is their best wide receiver. They lost to suspension a week before the season, and then their 1A, he goes down 3 plays into the NFL season. So hang tight there. I don't think a lot of teams would be able to look as good as they usually would without their top 2 receiving options on the field.
What an incredible play here by Patrick Mahomes after a horrendous play. That was the second time he'd thrown it backwards. But go ahead and making a tackle and stripping the ball at the same time on Okereke is a hell of a play there by Patrick Mahomes. But I think the reason why we all wonder if they're going to be okay, because it doesn't look good. Like last year, it didn't look good for a long time. They were winning. Now it's like, are they still winning? Are they still going to be able to win like that? And then bringing back their 2 weapons, I hope that's the case because I think the Chiefs is still the Chiefs until I see that the Chiefs isn't the Chiefs. Watching them last night, though, I thought to myself a lot of different times, doesn't feel like the Chiefs are still the Chiefs, but I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you?
I believe.
You picked the stinky Giants.
Cover, we're doing spreads. Don't be an amateur.
Yeah.
Okay,
what is this, Bush League?
Yeah, what is this?
They would have covered with the kicker, D-Butch. Don't you forget about that.
Yeah, because Graham Gano hurts his groin, quad, hip.
Point. Yeah, good point.
Fair point. Russ straight off 450, I guess.
Russ threw the ball off the uprights.
On fourth
down. Fourth quarter.
Wow.
Last hope. That's the guy's going down swinging.
Your first down throw?
Yes.
Part of the first 15.
Is this, the first down throw into the tunnel was
That's 20 probably from everybody that's playing on Friday right there. That's 20 from everybody that's playing. Normally you're throwing from the 20. He did it from the 15 just as good. I think that's a no-doubter that hit the crossbar. Because every once in a while there is a little bit of a decision. Because did it hit the back part that's kind of going up? Did it hit the upright or did it hit the crossbar? Feels like that one did hit the underside and kind of skip under there. And remember, you're throwing that to the crossbar. Remember, there's nobody going there, but that is where you're throwing it to.
4th and goal.
I'm sick of this Giants gimmick.
What?
I'm done with it. It sucks. We've been watching poopy Giants primetime football for what it feels like 10 years. It stinks. It should be the team and the Jets, I guess. They should play at 1 o'clock only.
Yes.
I get it. They have these massive markets. And there's
on
money.
Saturdays.
Yeah, on Saturdays. Boom. And there's money involved in all that stuff. The Jets and Giants should not be allowed to play primetime football for the rest of the time until something good happens for them.
CW.
Oh, yeah, throw them on the C-Dub. I love that idea. The teams of the CW, the Big Apple.
Oh, my God. And they would get big numbers because everybody in New York would watch.
Numbers.
And then the rest of us have no idea where that is.
Yeah, and then those teams can just slowly drift away. And you know what we do? We put them both on boats. And then they go to London. They become the London teams. And we reset.
On CW.
Yeah.
And then the NFL can tell CW, congrats, you're the international team's home base here in the United States of America. CW's pulling New Jersey, New York, tri-state area in there. They're doing big numbers. And us,
we don't have to watch.
And
guess what becomes the team of New York, baby? The real team of New York.
Goodell.
The Buffalo Bills.
Goodell, get on it. Okay, last question. We know you have to go to work. We apologize, Shrey. Go ahead.
Good. I like this.
Shregs, early on, the Colts have kind of been the talk of the NFL. Hey, this might be the best team in the league. They're going to win the Super Bowl. After yesterday, I think it's maybe safe to say the Texans may stink. It just is what it is, unfortunately.
Jeez.
They may stink. They're 0-3. The Jags, on the other hand, I think we're still kind of curious about what they can do. Liam Cohen and, Trevor Lawrence, are these guys right for each other? Do they like each other? Do they get along? Can he get Trevor to the next step? Early on here with them at 2-1, do you think that the Jags could, potentially go on a little run at the end of the year? And then on the flip side, do the Texans stink?
Well, I would say neither C.J. Stroud nor Trevor Lawrence would have signed up for their first 3 weeks the way they have gone. Neither one has played well. The Brian Thomas, Trevor Lawrence connection doesn't look to be like it was last year. And Travis Hunter is barely making an impact on either side of the ball because some weeks he's playing corner and a little bit of receiver. Some weeks he's playing receiver and a little bit of a corner. Hasn't really looked like the value of a number 2 overall pick yet. And that said, they've got 2 wins. The locker room scenes have been electric afterwards. Shad Khan has basically proclaimed love to Liam Cohen after 2 different wins. Forever! And they're going for it like we're doing it. So you look at the standings, that's it. Houston made a very interesting change over the offseason. Now, we know trading Laramie Tunzel was a head-scratcher for those who are like, well, this team is a squad that went to the divisional round 2 years in a row. Why would you trade your best lineman? But to get rid of Bobby Slowick, who in hindsight now was with C.J. Stroud as a rookie, as his offensive coordinator, was with Stroud as a second-year player, got him to the divisional round. That is a team that's like, we're 1 step away. We need to pull the ripcord out, and we're going to go and we're going to hire someone else. Now, Nick Caley is really respected around the league and is a very, very high, I guess you'd say, highly valued resource to a lot of people who have worked with him. I'm not knocking him yet. I'm just saying this connection hasn't looked good. Nick Chubb is suddenly the number 1 back, and obviously you're wondering, well, Nick Chubb hasn't been that guy in 2 years, coming off major injuries. Can he do it? And Nico Collins played great, but where else are we getting offense from on this team? So I would have serious concerns if I am the Houston Texans that the offense has just looked so inept through 3 weeks when last year they were knocking on the doorstep a couple times the last 2 seasons, being in the Final Four of the AFC.
Yeah, they're saying he's C.J. Strouch.
What?
No.
Yeah, C-H at the end instead of D.
Jeez, like Grouch.
Yeah, they're saying C.J. Stro. No, that's what they're saying.
I saw
they're
Michael.
saying C.J. Strover.
Oh,
no. It's only his 3rd year. I think it's bullshit.
Well, I think that's why I saw Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. I saw a lot of NBA memes with 1 year good play.
Hey, C.J.
That's not fair.
Come on, C.J. Still in there.
Jamal Murray.
I believe in him.
Jamal Murray
Good player.
Oh no!
The lookalikes.
The guy with the braids and the CJ jersey that needs to stop right now. Okay, that's not him. People are saying he's basically turned into a 45-year-old sack of shite.
Imposter. Did you see the Bieber imposter over there in Vegas?
Yeah.
Yes. That was all.
People should have figured that one out.
I don't know.
I think I was pretty good.
I do. I think we do know.
Okay, so let's say you're with us. Okay, let's say we're doing a boys trip to Vegas. Shregs is there. Wheel and Dylan.
Yeah.
We're having a good time. This thing pops up on the stage, 2 a.m. You don't think we're thinking,
it's him.
Yeah, immediately. I don't think anybody was questioning.
I like my peaches out of Georgia. Yeah, let's
yes,
go.
you do. Yes, you do. That is exactly what we're doing. Nobody said anything from the new album. That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that Daisies.
Okay, yeah, me too, yeah. That song's really good. What's it sound like? What's it sound like?
You sing it?
I'm not going to go there.
Come on, dude.
No, you're kind of feeling it a little bit.
I don't know the words.
Yeah, you don't know the words. Okay, see, that's the problem. We all need to start learning the new stuff.
Yep.
Support Beebs through all of his different stages. Ain't that right, Foxy?
TikTok likes the new album. I know that for sure, but I don't know the
Only thing
album.
that matters.
Yes.
Hey, Beebs, keep doing it, dude.
Baby Beebs.
I like the new album.
All right, we appreciate the hell out of you, Shregs. Have fun tonight, buddy.
Hey, I just want to say, you were talking about the dive, dude. Thank you for making sports fun. Thank you for being electric. Thank you for remembering this is supposed to be fun and happy. You bring joy, dude. We so appreciate it.
You're the man. That's very kind of you to say. You do the same. Ladies and gentlemen, Emmy Award winner, Beer Schrager. I mean, that was...
Sports are fun. Sports should be fun. You're right.
Yeah. What do we do this for?
Yeah.
Good times, competition.
Hell yeah.
Well, good
Kicking
times.
somebody's ass.
That's right.
You know? Yeah, that's what we like doing. I also like everybody coming together. One cause. Felt like that down in Miami.
Yeah,
everybody was in the same direction. Everybody. President all the way down to student just got on campus. To friend of student from Maine who's on campus who misses kick twice for $500,000 for the boys.
Good kick.
First one had a little thump. Second one, good thump, never had the trajectory, but I like the change that he made. You could tell he was an athlete. Could tell he was athletic because he changed the trajectory a little bit for the second one. That's the first one. I thought he was going to bank that in.
Yeah.
As that thing was flying off the wall, I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to get this thing. That's literally all I'm thinking about the entire time. And then for him to hit the second one after the chant, the way he did, obviously gave a little bit of a thrill, but $500,000 for the boys. As soon as I heard this is for the whole, I'm like,
That was cool. Boys.
gotta do this. I like what we're doing here for the boys. Andy let him down, so now he's gonna get shit talked by the boys forever. So that is good too for the boys. So everything was a win-win there. Happy it happened. Very thankful for Miami. Miami gets huge win. That caps off big storyline from the weekend, Tone.
Yeah, let's start down there where the game day was in Miami. Miami wins 26-7, and the defense and the run game was the story of the night. Hembo sent in the stats, and you're seeing them right there. Florida was 0 for 13 on third down. For 14 total yards. Lagway had 12 completions, which totaled minus 7 air yards. It was just the score was not as bad as it should have been. 26-7 is when it ended, but it was closer than that on the scoreboard for a lot of it. Miami just dominated in the trenches all night long. It was a huge win for them, 26-7 there.
Feels like the U's back.
Yes, it does.
Feels like the U's back. Athletes everywhere. The vibes, everything
the
about
trenches are just they just dominate in the
Michael
trenches.
Irvin on the siren.
He didn't lie.
Almost cranked that. He said he was going to try to break that thing.
Yep.
He certainly did. And I think he did the exact movement in his video when he didn't have it.
Yeah.
That's being able to, something just happened. That's being able to put yourself in a situation.
That's right.
The reason why the playmaker was so good is because he was able to visualize the games before they even happened. So the big time catches, the big time plays we've seen, that's not the first time those have happened. They've happened in his brain because we saw him do this exact thing in his office, it looks like, where he does all his shit.
Yep.
And he was able to get that in there. And it's alive down there in Coral Gables. I love that Miami team.
Yes,
and Florida now has a lot of questions about what they're going to do going forward. Go ahead, Doug.
Another team we love. Let's go from Florida up to Oklahoma, where they hosted Auburn. The final score here was 24-17. The story of this one, kind of similar to the Oklahoma-Michigan game, is where it's John Mateer, and Mateer does enough, and the offense does enough. And then that Oklahoma defense, they had 9 sacks on Jackson Arnold. The Oklahoma D-line just feasted all day long, and the Mateer makes enough plays with his arms and legs to get the 24-17 win and cover on.
Was that a hideout, that first touchdown? Is that what we just saw?
Yes, that was the one that the SEC came out. They put out the statement it should have been a 15-yard penalty, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, it was touchdown on Saturday.
He didn't come between. Do they have the same rule?
You got to
inside
check
the
in
numbers?
and go out.
Yeah, you got to check in.
That was the
They
hideout.
tried to call a timeout, too, and they didn't give Auburn's coach a timeout. It was
Hugh Freeze not happy.
He was
God
hot.
bless you, but I'm not happy.
he was pissed.
I think Auburn should come away. I think Auburn's a good football team. Oklahoma
Okay.
just made more plays in that one.
I said this on game day. I think Oklahoma best team in the country. Now, Oregon, we're going to find out.
Oh, yeah.
Penn State, we're about to find out. There's a lot of big-time games that are coming around. Indiana might be the goddamn team this year.
There's a team in Texas, and it's not in Austin.
Texas Tech, holy shit.
Yeah.
They spent a lot of money. They're very good. I assume that's one of the
Miami.
storylines of the week.
Yeah, some of those are on there, but first we got to go to the Bussin' Bowl. Michigan came down to Nebraska. The final was 30-27. And we talked to Coach Rule this week, and the one thing that he was worried about was the rushing defense, and he should have been worried about that. Nebraska gave up 290 yards on the ground. Raiola had pressure in his face all day long, but Michigan wins 30-27 on the ground.
A couple of these are some big, gaping holes. AJ, Michigan running like that, got a lot of games until the big one at the end. Are you worried about Michigan maybe finding its stride here?
Oh, no, they definitely will find their stride. I think their offense is awesome. And how do you ever play any kind of match or man-to-man coverage when you have a quarterback like Underwood that's going to just tuck it and run anytime you turn your back on him? But yeah, I would be worried about stopping this offense.
That's 3 touchdowns untouched.
Yes.
That is, what the hell are we thinking? I can't wait to talk to Coach Rule. What was the...
The Justice Haynes first touchdown, the 75-yard one, was ridiculous.
Okay, so Michigan might be for real. Will Compton's bald, owes $50,000 to Michigan's NIL. And then also, I guess he has seceded the 1997 co-title to Michigan. He has.
Yeah.
I don't think the rest of Nebraska.
probably not.
But he said he will not consider himself a 1997 national champion anymore, which I knew that was tough for him to give up.
Yeah, it's huge.
I knew that was tough for him to give up. He actually
And
looks
hair.
good bald.
Yeah, he
Will,
does.
you don't look bad, brother, especially with the new rig.
Yeah,
That you got done. You look good, Will. Good battle out of the boys, the busing with the ball. I also appreciate the Michigan team with the trophy. Actually.
Hey, that's real.
celebrating.
Yeah, I like that. That's
dope.
good, AJ. That's good.
Great. It's awesome. That just came out of like their brains, and all of a sudden it's a part of both teams. Like it's a legit, real thing.
And good
I
for
love it.
college ball. The more trophies, the better.
Yeah,
Exactly.
more rivalries.
Like the platypus trophy out there, Oregon
Huge.
State.
That's right.
It's half duck, half beaver. It's
a big
platypus
deal.
trophy. It's a big deal. Yeah. We did 7 minutes on that.
Rightfully so.
On game day.
I was mad it wasn't 8.
Yeah, me too.
shocked me.
First 4 minutes, I'm like, what's going on here? What is the deal? This 190 degrees out here. What's going on? These people are going to die during this.
Platypus.
And then I started paying attention. I'm like, yep, story does need to be told.
Platypus
And
stuff.
then Dan Lanning makes an appearance. And I'm like, Lanning's part of it. Obviously, there's going to be an intense. If there's a trophy, I want to win. I'm like, all right, I'm in. Then they put a picture of that thing up there, and it's like, Platypus does deserve its own segment like this.
Yep.
And then the Troll Trophy. Do you see that one?
Oh, yeah.
Troll Trophy. This thing is god-awful looking, but I understand it's worth a lot. And the Bussin' Bowl Trophy becoming a thing is good, obviously.
Yeah, and you know what else is good? You know what people love? When they spend money and it works out. Texas Tech went into Utah. Was a 10 a.m. local kick, which is I'm sure everyone loved down there. And Texas Tech had 2 quarterbacks play. Barron Morton is the starter, and then Will Hammond came in when Barron Morton got hurt. They both looked awesome. The Texas Tech offense looked awesome. The defense looked awesome. Money well spent in Texas Tech for a 34-10 win in Utah, which is not an easy place to play.
So to be clear, I had a lot of Texas Tech people telling me, all you say is that we spent money. It's like, well, I'm just saying that you're a part of 2025 college football. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah.
We say everybody that is spending money spends money because it means that their institution, their boosters, their people all in. They are spending money, which we need to know. Now, if you spend money on the wrong guys, doesn't matter.
Right.
So we apologize to Texas Tech I apologize for not immediately being like, yup, Texas Tech is for real. What they did to Utah in Utah, Texas Tech is for real.
Yeah.
They're able to go in there, the mighty Utah student section, 10 a.m. local, and do that to them. I'm impressed with them. And it does feel like they spent the money on the right pieces.
Yeah.
And the backup quarterback is a guy, is what everybody's saying.
Dude, when Will Hammond came in, as soon as he gets into the huddle, there was juice. It wasn't like a oh shit moment. The O-line was patting him on the back. It was good vibes, and he just started throwing seeds. I didn't know he could run, and maybe that's because he's white and has red hair and he's from Texas, but he was moving on a couple of those. In those highlight films, there was one. He threw a dagger touchdown that was a back shoulder dart. I don't know how Texas Tech feels inside the locker room, but as a outsider, just kind of, hey, Texas Tech's fun to watch. They better start Will Hammond because he looked so
like
good.
a guy.
Yeah, he looked unbelievable. It was fun to watch their team, and congrats to them being real. Okay, last storyline of the weekend we should have been talking about, Tone.
Yes, and a lot of people were asking this question on the internet after the game. Who's this year's Indiana? Oh, maybe it's just Indiana again because they hosted Illinois this week. Illinois was a top 10 team, and they won 63-10. That block punt was by Diego Pons, who is all Big Ten cornerback. He's going to be drafted very high, very good. And then Mendoza was 21 of 23 for 5 touchdowns.
Jeez.
Sig had the boys rolling early and often, and it was an classic ass beating. Watch out, Indiana's back again because Sig's there still, and they are rolling.
Tone, I think we talked about this beforehand. This is another one of those where I was surprised everybody picked Illinois during game day. I got a lot of picks wrong, but there's a couple that are made where I'm like, I didn't expect this to be this one way, strictly because I know everybody respects Bielema and what they're building in Illinois, but like Signetti, you can Google that shit. Like, he does win. Mendoza, good quarterback.
Yeah.
Veteran quarterback. Been there, done that. And Indiana has become a little bit of an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Okay? It's become sold that fucking place out. It's like, I thought that was going to be a tough game for Illinois. Didn't expect that, though.
A lot of people thought Indiana was going to have a bunch of turnover just because of all the transfers they brought in last year. No, those transfers were like 2 years players. They have a lot of guys coming back. So besides quarterback, basically the same team.
And that's the Signetti blueprint.
Yeah.
Hey, the Big Ten's got squads all of a sudden. We'll continue digitally. This is wrapping up. Read The Onion. Rest in peace to AJ.
Yep.
See you tomorrow. Overreacting to Monday Night Football. Great article.
That is a great article.
Fantastic.
Is there an art? I just saw the screenshot.
There's an article.
Yeah, there's a write-up.
Oh, no.
AJ, maybe a Halloween costume idea?
Yeah, hey, maybe they set me up for a good Halloween costume.
Maybe they're thinking for you. Just know that we would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like that to be known.
I had a good buddy, Brad Jones, who I played with in Green Bay, an awesome teammate. And I used to ask him a lot. Me and Clay would say, Brad, in the off season, if you died, like how many weeks until somebody noticed? And sometimes he'd say, it might be 2 or 3 months until like camp starts where they realize I'm not here.
So he just kind of lives out in the woods, this guy, or what?
Well, he's just a very unique character. No, he's like super duper smart, lives in Manhattan now, but you can never get a hold of him. He just does his own thing, beats to his own drummer, as they say, but he is the man.
Yeah, I love that. I love him. Love that you're not actually dead. And love that The Onion is actually, hey, that's a huge honor for us.
It is.
That's a huge honor for us. All right, let's take a break. We'll make our picks on the other side.
Hell yeah.
You feel like you got a good read on it?
Yes.
Really?
AJ, you feel like you got a good read on it? It was a bad weekend for both of us.
Oh yeah, I don't know how many I got, but man, it felt like I didn't have anything.
You were close to that.
Oh man, every game like, that had to be a loss for me.
Yeah, me too though. I didn't do great either, brother. It was a tough weekend.
Pretty good.
7 games, brother, came down to it. So that's the amount of swings for money that could have went.
I mean, Rams, Eagles.
Exactly, very end. Then you think about Jordan Davis. You think about the blowouts though too. Like the weekend was wild. We had
Packers getting beat too. The Packers getting beat straight up too at 7.5 point favorites.
Insane, but there was blowouts out here. Look at this. Like ass beating. That doesn't happen.
No.
Blowout shutout in division. It's crazy.
That doesn't happen.
No.
6 of them. If the NFL was told, hey, you're going to have 6 blowouts in one weekend, the NFL and everybody would be like, no way. That's not the fucking NFL.
The afternoon slate, because that Saints-Seahawks game was like 40-0 with like 11 minutes left in the second quarter, and it was just like, oh, shit, here we go. Like, there's nothing for that afternoon slate.
And what the NFL is saying is, 6 blowouts, but also, boom, bang. How about the thrillers, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
We got 7 of those. More on this one than the first one. Never forget it. NFL still king. God bless you. That is,
exactly.
That is literally what the NFL is saying, but it was a wild fucking weekend. You could have given up on games. Could have given up on a couple games because it was over, but you would have never known because how many of these became fucking games. Like, let's say the Patriots, 14-0 Steelers early.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It looked like Patriots were fucking no chance. They come back, make a massive play. Green Bay Packers, 10-zip. Long time, like 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
They had that entire thing. Yeah, the LA Rams are up 26-7.
Yep.
26 on there.
Could have gave up on that game, and
The
it was
Bucs
like
were up by a bunch too.
so much of a. There's a lot of fucking.
I mean, last week, and it happens every week, but last week the Falcons had the best defense, and they were going to be unbelievable. And then they just got 30 hung on them.
We don't know shit
it's
about fuck out here.
Not yet.
But tonight, we're going to get it right.
Hell yeah.
Good for us.
Come on, boys.
All right, we'll make our picks on the other side. 4.5-point favorites are the Baltimore Ravens at home. Over under 53.5. It's a lot of points, man. A lot of points. They think electric. Fireworks.
This might be like the goof Rams versus Mahomes. Yeah,
That would be
I hope so.
Need that after last night.
Yeah, because we were kind of punished last night.
Last night fucking sucked, man.
The New York teams, man.
We watched a 4th down in the 4th quarter go off the fucking crossbar.
Can't fucking have it,
What
man.
about
Not
the-
prime time, man.
What about the fucking first down?
The
Come on.
first down was the
Yeah,
best
4th
one.
down, okay, but fucking first down?
What happened on first
He
down?
threw fucking Russell threw the ball into the darn fucking tunnel. Hit a guy in a fucking scatter boom jersey.
I did see
Yeah.
that the boys were back.
They did.
The Costco boys were back.
Yep.
They might just need to roll them out onto the actual football field.
Actually, funny enough, Costco boys don't help that. Big Justice, AJ went back to his old high school, led the boys out on the field, and they lost by 40.
No.
Yeah. He said,
Oh, no.
tonight we give them 5 big booms.
Boom! 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 Boom!
Let's go!
Ba, 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 ba.
He ran them out, and they lost by 40.
No, that's not real. That feels like misinformation.
49-14. Sorry, 42.
There's no way they get 5 big booms and then lose. Okay, from what I've seen, that ain't how that thing works.
All right, fine. I don't know what the score was.
There's incoming. Tone just spoke to all of us, I believe, and said there's something coming into the group text. I assume this is potentially the 5 big booms.
No, it was a first down play.
Okay, first down from Russell Wilson. Okay, this is throwing it into the tunnel.
Just drilling a kid.
4th quarter.
Yeah.
Need it.
Like, need to go quick here. Let's need 2 scores. Let's score some points.
Do we have it?
I believe this was grounding.
It was.
Fuck it.
Into the tunnel.
Smart play. You can't take a sack there.
Second and
Smart play.
10, grounding.
On 1st and 4th down, he wasn't going to get picked. How about Flacco throwing that pick? Well, they could have kicked like a 62-yarder.
Yeah.
And instead, Flacco
the
roll to
McKinney.
his left and then just throw the pick, basically, and make sure they get the ball down there. Pretty heady play by Joe Flacco.
Flacco football.
McKinney was getting shit for not batting.
Guys
that
knocked
time.
that
No,
down.
I know, real time. That's like, why the fuck did he? But he hasn't got one yet this year, so I get it.
Hey, if
Got
they're going to give
bigger than his
incentives
stomach.
on picks, you got to do what you got to
Yeah,
do, I guess,
exactly. And if
because
he
they're
stayed
looking
in
out for
bounds.
it. And then how about, Golden? What? So
I still don't know what happened here. I've been trying to not think about it.
just run down the field.
That's a fucking 95-yard touchdown.
D-Butch, what?
Let's see. I mean, you think momentum or just not, but I think it's more just not really being aware. I think he thought he was like 2 yards closer to the sideline than he actually was.
He even could have stopped and just got on a straight path again and then ran.
Right
and
here,
he still
Paul,
would have
when he
scored a
slows,
touchdown.
like those 2 little short steps, that makes me think he was trying to make sure he got his feet, in balance.
Oh, yeah. So he didn't know he was.
1, 2, 3, 4,
He thought
5.
he was out there. 3, 4, 5. He thought he was already out.
And you asked, were our guys killing him for this? At that time in the game, 3rd and 7, he picks that up. They're up 10-0.
The team was pumped.
It's like, oh, here we fucking go. They're going to march down and score 17-0. They've played like shite, but they're going to put this one away. And, of course, that didn't happen.
So I see that on Quad Box, don't have sound.
Same.
So I'm watching that, and I see him run out of bounds, and I immediately text, hey, what the fuck was this?
Yeah.
Because I only saw it in Quad Box. So also small, don't have sound.
Sure.
Like, are they just trying to pick up 50 yards real quick and then 4-minute offense this thing? Like, what's going on? And then in the moment, no, everybody's just kind of like, no, we're just playing football here. But I guess, hey, it's a learning moment.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah, rookie mistake.
You got to look. It is a difference. It is an adjustment, and it might be funny to some people, but like the hashes and the numbers, those are very different. So you run that slot fade, being aware. Getting. Sometimes you'll see guys get a pick and just get up and celebrate instead of get up and run. Like those are things you got to learn. Rookie mistake, but
huge
big
play still.
Huge
play. Let's
Need
not
more
get
of that
crazy.
from him.
But it could have been a game break.
Yeah, but rookie mistakes aren't
and that's
bad.
not on him. That's
You were shitting your pants at the draft whenever they drafted this guy.
No, I think he's great. The big reason they lost yesterday is because they played not to lose, and LaFleur got so fucking conservative. They couldn't run the ball at all. I don't think anyone can. I mean, we just saw Derrick Henry got, he had 22 yards last week, kind of the same with Jacobs. And when they got the ball back, when they were up 10-0, they marched down the field in maybe 4 plays and were in field goal range. 3 consecutive runs, lose 2 yards, and then have to settle for the field goal. It gets blocked. 16 seconds, no timeouts. They give up 2 plays. Joe Flacco still got it. Gets the boys to the line of scrimmage. Kills the ball
That
with a
was a
second
good
left.
spike.
Yeah, it
Great
was
operation.
unbelievable that they had this much time. Look at Flacco saying, "Come on, boys, we got to fucking spike this thing. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hold your
Let's go,
water.
Let's go, let's go. Hold your water is right. Boom, we got it. All right, and then this kid nails.
He kind of got cheated, actually.
55.
Yeah.
What a kick
Like
in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's nothing, AJ. He hit I think there was a 51-yarder earlier, maybe. It hit the net like really high. I'm like, these guys are fucking murdering footballs right now. I mean, absolutely murdering balls. That was a funny take that Traeger had. We got guys hitting 64-yarders like they're chip shots. Our guy we can't even kick it in warm-ups. It's like it's.
I like 2-5 on a kicker too.
It was clean. But are we at the point where we need emergency kickers? And I feel like we don't even have 32 good ones now, but like how we have the emergency quarterback situation. Like, because you should never, NFL game, you shouldn't be in a situation
It looked like
you
shit.
don't have a kicker.
That looked like shit.
That's on
That's
Gano.
bad for the product.
What's that?
That's on Gano?
Yeah, that's on
What did he hurt? Did anyone see it? There's no film of him.
It's his groin, yeah. It was the same injury as last year. He went down in warm-ups.
What's he
with
doing
a
in
groin.
warm-ups?
The real
He's not
mistake
good at
is
warm-ups.
Joe Shane. He's making
Max Crosby.
Gano's making $5.6 million this year, and the best ability is availability, and he doesn't have it.
Okay, all right. So whenever you think about being 38 years old, Graham Gano, he got drafted same class as me. He was a really good punter coming out of college. They thought he was going to be a punter, probably, a lot of people. And he became a kicker. A lot of people thought I was going to be a kicker, became a punter. So I've always been a massive fan of Graham Gano. Known him a long time. Very full of faith, very faith-driven man. Good moxie, though. And talks shit. And has always had a huge fucking leg. Like a huge leg. The guy used to just murder balls. Obviously comes from the soccer background and everything like that. I don't know how he's still doing it with how hard he kicks the ball. I don't know how his muscle. I mean, what I do, I hit a free kick and I fucking.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago. I was
Yeah.
36 years old. I just blew my entire hip flexor out whenever I kicked a free kick. I don't know how many times he's kicking a week or a day. I don't know if he's on a kick count. I don't know all that shit. But it's like watching Vinny maintain his leg.
Crazy.
It was like a 5-hour thing every day. 5 hours of like working it just for practice. Just for 12 kicks in practice. We're starting that thing at fucking like 6 a.m. all the way through just for practice. And if Vinny missed one kick, it was like fucking we lost the Super Bowl. So it was watching him maintain his shit, because kicking you have to be like very explosive because it has to get up. You know, like punting you got to be very strong because everything is go. But kicking, like the difference between the, like for instance, if somebody looks like they're maybe a ringer when it comes to kicking, you know, we might,
Sure.
there might be a little bit of, let's see what a kick is really like. And that's a fucking Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter.
Got to get up right now.
Right now. So
Instantly.
to do that, you have to be very explosive. Like that takes a lot of explosion to get the ball up very quick. You have to have a very strong leg, has to be very explosive. That's why some of the little guys, you wonder if they're going to be able to do it or maintain it, because the amount of like torque that they have to put on to be able to do that kind of hurts their entire body. So the fact that Graham Gano can still do what he does, I'm very impressed by. But like Thomas Morstead too, who's probably the same age as me, I'm like, I know how I feel, bro.
Shit,
I don't know how the fuck you motherfucker.
Prater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know how
41.
I don't know how the fuck they're doing it.
Crazy.
Shane did it till he was 40 or whatever. Because you're using, I mean, it is a very violent motion to do all these things. But good on you. Good luck, Graham. Get healthy. But boy, Giants fans and those who picked you, we're not excited to hear that we were not able to kick a
First
ball.
drive. First drive, it's critical.
That was hilarious. Right after, it's like, yeah, he's not going to be able to kick the, and then boom, extra point gets blocked instantly after that first touchdown. It's just like, oh man, I know what Bruce is going through.
Hey, good luck against the Chiefs.
Yeah, good luck.
Good luck against
Good
Kansas
luck.
City Chiefs.
You won't need a kicker. No big deal.
Speaking of kicking, there's been some good kickoff guys that have started to weaponize the landing zone. Here's old buddy from LA, I do believe, hitting this knuckleball, Cardi, who, great kicker. That's his squib right there. A little bit of a knuckle, a little bit of a twist, and then that thing hits the ground and is hell. If you're able to hit that ball, like if your leg strength is at a place where you can just hit your knuckle and it'll land in the landing zone, boy, you're in a good spot right now. But I think there's some kickers that are scared to hit because you're hitting really fat on that ball, which is the exact opposite.
What are you doing? What are you doing to kick a knuckleball?
You're going right through the middle of that fucking thing. Bang, going right through it. So the entire thing just kind of implodes, and then you want it to come off your, like a knuckleball wants to come out of a hand. Like you want that thing to come out just uncomfortable. And then whatever it does with the wind is good.
Yeah.
His had a little bit of twist. Mine I used to have a pretty good little squib because I hit it as hard as I fucking could. But you're hitting the ball bad. Like, it's a bad place to hit the ball. It's not the sweet spot. It's a bit fat. It doesn't look good. So, like, a lot of these kickers that are hitting kickoffs now are taking their field goal steps so that they can just hit it to, like, the 1 or the 5. I'm thinking there's some guys that don't want to take their field goal steps and fucking hit a shitty ball, but I think that is the right kick for this current kickoff. So I think punters should be working on hitting squibs because you don't have to have like perfect technique. You're just trying to go through the middle of that fucking ball, AJ. You're just trying to go right through the middle.
The risk is what? You yank it out of bounds if you hit it bad, or what happens if you hit it bad?
Then it goes to the 40, but if you hit a touchback, it's going to the 35 anyway.
Short.
But I'm saying when you with a squib though, what's a bad miss with a squib? What do you do when you miss it?
So a miss, I don't know. I think everybody has
Anywhere.
My miss normally would hit the ground early. So that would be considered out of bounds, which would go to the 40, which would be a nightmare. Some guys, though, fucking or even
Well, that's kind of the thing with that, like, knuckleball, right, is you can't really control it. You don't really know where it's going. I mean, it's the same thing like with a pitcher throwing a knuckleball is you're letting the air kind of just do whatever it does with it.
Yeah, let the atmosphere decide. I'm just going to go ahead and give this thing to the lords here, and you guys figure out what it's going to be. That's basically a squib.
That's a weapon, though. What a weapon, though. Think of returners like the week leading up to it, how much you're working on those knuckleballs, and then in the game, like, oh, man, if he hits the first one good, you're sitting there and thinking, like, yeah, you don't have a whole lot of time to figure that out.
You're playing like a goalie back there almost, like just hoping that you got.
That's what they were doing. I watched every kickoff because I was mesmerized by it, and he had 4 field goals and obviously touchdowns and kickoffs. So I think there was like 6 or 7 kickoffs. Eagles returners were in hell. They didn't pick one up clean. Like their average start was like the 15-yard line because they had no idea what to do with it. It was awesome.
Yeah, I think you're going to see more and more of that shit. I think punters should get good at that so the kickers don't have to hit fat balls. But some of the kickers are like the greatest ball strikers on earth. So it's like, I can hit it a little fat.
Yeah.
I can. Want me to make this fucker dance? I can fucking make it dance for you. Let me hit this thing short and get it at 40, and then we're fucked.
Because that's a weapon.
Weapon.
Big time.
But there's going to come a time where somebody tries to do it, and they're going to get the ball at 40, and it's going to be 2 plays.
Go right down and score.
Yeah, and they're going to be like,
yeah.
Kick the fucking ball. Yeah, exactly. That's kicker's life, basically. But Cardi, keep going, brother.
Hell yeah, John.
Let's take a break. On the other side, we'll make our picks. AJ, do you have your pick locked in?
I think I might. Yeah, I think so.
I might waffle a little bit.
Okay.
I might hear what D Butch has to say. I respect his brain. I might have to hear what AJ says. He can't see the board for fuck right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so
No, I can't. But tonight I might. Tonight I might be that time, though. I think I might be turning around.
Our next pick might be our best pick. Because good, better, best, never let it rest till good is better and better is best. And that's what our next pick is. Let's never forget it.
Never forget it.
Be a friend, tell a friend something nice might change your life. Take 5.
5.
Why don't you let me beat your ass right here, right now?
You all want to see The Miz versus Pat McAfee right here, right now? I'm the host of Wrestlemania, and I cannot make matches official.
Miz, I do believe your tiny balls are showing.
Tiny balls. Tiny balls.
Baby meat as well. There's
80,497
people here. Somebody has to be able to make a match official somewhere.
I am the dog father and the host of Wrestlemania, so I feel like I can make that match happen. Right now, we got a ref, we got you, Let's get cracking. I'm out. Let's go. I don't do it.
And McAfee go right after Miz with the right hand, driving Miz back into the corner. Pat McAfee in action.
This is a blatant sneak attack. He takes his duties as host of Wrestlemania.
Oh yes, Buster!
This derelict shows up, and you
check out his tank top though. He's got sparkles on it.
You're behind this, aren't you?
But no, I had no idea. You said the same thing in the Rumble. I didn't know this guy was showing up. Oh, what a kick by McAfee!
Francisco 49ers. I'm not sure how wise that was. McAfee's got the official distracted in the ring. Kittle just took out Miz. Kittle telling McAfee to go up top. McAfee heading up to the top rope. And taking out the Miz. Now we're talking. Miz may never win another match. McAfee closing in on another WrestleMania victory. Surprise here tonight at WrestleMania goes Hollywood.
Belle Sessions, who got here at 3 a.m. this morning, was the winner. Her ticket was pulled, and you thought to yourself immediately, what, Belle?
I knew I couldn't do it, and he was next to me, and he said that he could, so we're splitting it.
Okay, so Belle Sessions made the decision to talk to my man, Henry Silver, who Henry got here yesterday at 6 p.m. He's been waiting for this moment. Now, Henry, you told her that you could make it. Why do you think that's the case? Have you ever kicked a ball before?
I've kicked a ball before. I've played soccer my whole life. I think I can do it.
This kick is for $150,000. You said you would split it in half, right? Okay, so let's make it $200,000. If you make it, you will both get $100,000. Where are you from, Henry?
I'm from Fishers, Indiana.
Who's your favorite NFL team?
The Colts.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Come on, bro. Hell yeah. To hell with the Falcons. That was rude. They didn't deserve that. I like that. Henry, 33 yards, $100,000 for you, $100,000 for her, $200,000 to hurricane relief, $400,000 on the line. Henry, are you ready?
Of course.
Have you ever said anything bad about kickers?
Of course.
Shut up. Let's go. Now, here in Athens, Georgia, it would be beautiful if $400,000 would be up for grabs. Why don't we double it because the Georgia Bulldogs? So, $800,000 kick right here, Henry. But what I want to let you know is you're not getting a second opportunity. I don't care if this entire place starts chanting for a second kick. One kick, 800,000 racks, 400,000 to hurricane relief, 400,000 to you two split, 200 grand each. Henry Silver from Indiana for Belle Sessions. Let's go, Henry! Oh my! Henry! Henry! Come in, buddy! Come in! Right down the middle. Let me see this. Let me see this, Henry. That was amazing. I mean, he walked in like, Henry! Congratulations, Henry! Congratulations, Belle! Dude! Congratulations, Georgia! What a morning! College game day's the greatest! College football's amazing! There is a crowd of about 30 people moving through the back end of the business field here. And in the middle of it is this black Samoan man who has become the most famous human on earth.
Great guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the GOAT, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. There's thousands and thousands of people skipping class to come see your big ass.
Listen, there is thousands and thousands of you skipping class. It doesn't matter if they go to class.
Moana is one of the best animated films of all time.
What?
Okay, can't wait for the live action.
Thank you, yes.
But
You're welcome.
We talk about Moana.
What can I say except you're welcome?
And we talk about Mana.
Honestly, listen, kid, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon. The tide, the grass, the ground. Oh, that was Maui just messing around. I couldn't let it bury its guts. Sprouted a tree, now you got coconuts. What's the lesson? What does it take away? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. And the temperature picture here on my skin is a map of the victories I win. Look where I've been to make everything happen. Look at the me we just tickety-tapping. That's it. Still got it. On the Samoan side, Polynesian side, we have a word called mana. Mana is spirit. Mana is power. Mana comes from in here. It's the thing that gives you goosebumps. It's that thing you feel. It's that thing when I walked out and we felt this thing. This is mana. This is mana. It's very, very, very real, and you could feel it. Wow. Little things like I don't get driven anywhere. I don't want to get driven anywhere. I don't like chauffeurs. Keeps me in my way just a little grounded. Like I could drive myself everywhere and not telling some guy, hey, take me here, take me there.
That is something I'm going to start saying like, yeah. Because when they open your door, you feel so bad. I can open my own door, dude. They're trying to be courteous. It's their job. But also, the day I stop opening my own door is the day I become a big old bitch.
Here we go.
That's a big cup.
Sorry, Mike. Here's the iconic sound. You guys know it. This special Terramana toast goes out to Passion. Congratulations on your show. Very proud of you. Very proud of all you boys. And to all of you, love you guys. Thank you for the support. Keep kicking ass. Cheers. In my world, when I sit down and we're talking about movies and all this other shit, it's never this. It's never this, back with the boys, and you. So I appreciate it, and this one's to you. Thank you, boys.
See you, pal. Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a 5-minute break here.
Oh, hold on, one more. If you smell what the Rock is cooking. Hey.
What?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it.
McAfee on the line with a gorgeous assist.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers. You pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this glorious Overreaction Monday, September 22nd, 2025, hour 3 of the program begins, and now, football! This is the greatest sport on earth. That's AJ Hawk. The Toxic Tables here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys AP Town, who's also a published author of college football.
That's right.
Amen.
Way to go. We got an author up here. Nobody ever gives us that credit. 9-year NFL vet, host of Everything DB, Good D, Bad D, and also NFL Matchup Show, which you can watch or stream anytime with the ESPN Super Duper app. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Ball.
Hell yeah.
D-Butch, you know, this Monday is glorious because it's a Monday in football season, which means we get a chance to kind of test the waters of how every fan base feels.
Yeah.
People are feeling really good or people feeling really terrible at this point.
Oh, yeah.
3 games in, you think any of these people know what their teams actually are?
Yes.
So you think some of these aren't going to actually be overreactions? Maybe they're just proper reactions to the situation?
I'd say 80-20.
All right, well, let's judge this thing.
Overreactions.
You think 80-20 overreactions?
80% overreactions, but 20% would be spot on.
All right, let's judge them for ourselves. Ty went through all of the tweets that had hashtag I don't want to overreact, but picked out his favorites. Let's go ahead and see and gauge how these NFL fans feel after their Week 3 performance. Oh, from The Miz. Good, just to lead this one off. Didn't use the hashtag, actually sent this yesterday immediately after the 55-yard field goal went through the uprights. I don't want to overreact, but Packers didn't just lose, they got adopted. Welcome to the family, because the Browns are your daddy now. Someone send Ty Schmidt a therapy dog from the dog pound. Hashtag here we go, Brownies, here we go. Hashtag Overreaction Monday at Pat McAfee Show. He was close, he was in the ballpark, but he's certainly excited about that Brownies win over the Packers. How do you feel about The Miz being able to kind of do this to you for the next year or so, whenever the next time you guys play, anytime you see him?
I'm okay with it, because if I'm not mistaken, hasn't The Miz lost like 500 matches in a row for WWE? So he's kind of just he's kind of just losing and losing and losing and losing and losing and losing. And I love The Miz, so I'm okay with him maybe grabbing one of these, W's here in September. In a few weeks, I'm going to get over this one. I'll be over this one, 25 minutes from now. Okay. The Miz is going to cherish this the rest of the year, and I'm okay with that.
We have some breaking news from Adam Schefter's Twitter account. 49ers Pro Bowl defensive end Nick Bosa has suffered a season-ending torn ACL during a win over Arizona. It's clean tear, but Bosa now will need season-ending injury or surgery. Damn.
Jeez.
We saw him put his thumbs down whenever he was walking off the field. Feels like he knew what was going on. Felt like there was some optimism that he didn't tear his ACL.
Shefty said that this morning.
Felt like there was some, and now obviously terrible news. That sucks, dude. I don't like that at all. Godspeed, obviously, on the surgery and recovery, AJ, but we miss out on Nick Bosa playing football this year, and obviously the Niners miss out on Bosa being on the field. What are your thoughts here as we learn that it's season over for Nick Bosa?
Yeah, a huge blow to Bosa, obviously, into the team. That we know how great the guy is. When he did the thumbs down, he looked. You see him. He looks up in the crowd. And he kind of like with the sun. He sees. I'm assuming family or somebody he knows, and gives him the thumbs down. I'm like, we know the Bosas like they've look at what they look like. They know exactly. They know the body better than anybody. I'm sure he knew this is not right. I've never had this feeling before. I assume he has not torn an ACL before, but man, what a brutal situation.
D-But, what does this mean for the Niners? Obviously, this sucks for all parties. But I don't like that we're not going to get to see Bosa all year.
Just talking about this morning, how awesome it is. The Niners defense is like
he won them week one.
Yeah, and obviously we feel terrible for him, and we hope Godspeed. But for us as football fans, sucks he's not there. For Niners, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think even Trent Williams after the game talked about how during that stretch he couldn't help but not think about him. And it is we say it, next man up, and that's just what it has to be in the NFL season because injuries are guaranteed. But it just sucks for this team in particular. It's like they just can never get all their guys on the field at the same time for a long stretch of time. And this is an absolute game record. This is a guy where you talk about fourth quarter pass rush. You can only send 4 when you got a guy like 97 off the edge. So this absolutely sucks for him. And we get that test, that test that the trainers do where they can kind of check the stability of the ACL. And you kind of know a lot of times you hope for the best, but him. I'm sure he knew walking off the field that, this was the end of his season, unfortunately.
Yeah, now you could have never predicted it, but a massive drafting a guy, in the top 15 to be a pass rusher just because, aside from Bosa, they might be in complete hell if it wasn't for Michael Williams. And I think he got his first or second sack of his career against the Cardinals, too. He's playing well.
Godspeed over there, Bosa. We will miss you. All right, let's go to our next overreaction, shall we? This is from Boston Connor. Now, looking at the picture, you think to yourself, this is a distinguished gentleman.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that a tuxedo that guy's wearing?
Looks like
it. You would think
You think there's cheeks on those tuxedo pants if he's wearing the pants with that? Or you think maybe he's wearing shorts with a tuxedo top? You don't really know.
No.
Kind of a ominous feature here. And then you look at the face and it's like, wow, this guy's got a lot of moxie.
Yeah.
Then you think to yourself, what the fuck does he have to say? Well, hashtag I don't want to overreact, but the Patriots are going to be very good at football, but it's going to take some time. Let the young pups play some football, and let's have a real shot at this thing next year. Connor, what do you mean by that, pal?
It's just asinine. Look, we're looking around the league, and there are certain situations where rookies are making massive contributions. Golden, we saw for the Packers. He was huge. On the other side of the ball, the Browns, they're using Harold Fannin Jr. and Quinshaw Junkins, and they're basically their team. And the Browns are one of those teams that's not playing for a Super Bowl this year. The Patriots, we drafted a running back in the top of the second round, Trevion Henderson, and he's unbelievable by all accounts. The guy who scored last night for the Chiefs, Tyquan Thornton, you want to know why he's not on the Patriots anymore?
Catch.
He's not on the Patriots anymore because we cut him because he had to make room for Efton Chisholm, another rookie, doesn't play. Trevion Henderson doesn't play. Kyle Williams drafted in the third round. He got 1 snap yesterday, had a catch for a first down, doesn't play. Personally, it's very frustrating. You wanted to buy in before the weekend. Patriots beat the Steelers, then they got Panthers, Saints. We're staring down 5-1 start here. There's a chance we kind of go 4-1, whatever the hell it is. And then the game was just a big reminder. Oh, okay, no, we're just very young. We're the Lions before they became the brand new Lions at 9-8. Have to get good this year and then hopefully build on it. The only way to do that is to play the young guys. I'm fucking sick and tired of these old fuckers doing this shit. I'm done with it. I don't care. Ramondre Stevenson was awesome. Basically won the game last week. You fumbled the ball twice this week. No one gives a fuck about what you did last week.
Well,
and just across the board, that doesn't count because Drake May got his head spiked off the ground right before it.
Agreed.
And he didn't know where he was.
And that was about to be a fumble probably on the goal line right there as well.
Yes,
I mean, they gave up 14 points, 2 turnovers in end zone. That's tough.
Right there. That's brutal.
Yeah,
Opening drive from Andre Stevenson fumbles on first down.
No, but I'm saying the ones in the end zone.
Yeah, the worst.
The amount of work it takes to get all the way down to the end, the amount of first downs, the amount of shit that goes into you getting there to do that, even be in position to score, and then to just fucking give it away is like worst demoralizing situation for whole team. Whole team is like, oh no, that's potentially 14-point swing every single time. You guys leave 14 points on the board, basically, against the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are going all in this year. So if I'm a Patriots fan, it's like, we fucked this one up.
Yes.
We certainly did. And there was also, 5 turnovers in total?
5 total.
It's crazy.
I think
that's a lot of turnovers.
I believe
by 7?
Yes.
It's crazy.
I think 4 of them were on the Steelers side of the field. After the first quarter, the Patriots outgained the Steelers 396 to 101. Still lost. That drive where Ramondre fumbled on the goal line, that's what changed the game. That was a 96-yard drive. I believe it was 9 minutes long.
0 points.
Excuse me, the interception at the end of the first half. It was a 96-yard drive. It kept the Steelers' offense off the field for like an hour of real time, not just football time. And then the Steelers couldn't do anything on offense. It just sucks. But luckily for me, I actually had Jose Cuervo's Devil Reserve with me yesterday.
Wow.
It's a sweet, tropical, spicy infused tequila that's smooth and devilishly good, especially after your team gets blown out or completely shits the game away. When mischief is on the menu, Devil's Reserve is the perfect choice. Listen to that little devil on your shoulder. Pour around of shots and get ready to raise a little hell. Even though it says, get ready to raise a little hill, Bruce. Find Devil's Reserve at your local liquor store or go to Cuervo.com to purchase your own bottle of mischief. But remember, you must be 21 years or old or over. Again, Bruce, that's okay.
Jeez,
and please drink responsibly.
Oh, no.
This reminds me of the old office. You remember this?
Feels like
yeah.
Yeah, I was doing a little nostalgia.
And me too, halfway through. It really
I think D-Butt's actually trying to run that QR code right now to see if he can maybe raise a little hill.
You should.
You might be able to lift an entire hill after you do a little sweet chop.
Boom. It works.
What does it? What's it take you to?
Let me guess.
What's that?
That's Cuervo.
That looks so good.
Oh, yeah. Boom.
It's that little margar.
Yeah.
Scan and grab your bottle of Devil's Reserve right over here with the Devil's thing.
We didn't even try it.
And what's that?
We didn't even freaking plan that, man.
All that? Yeah. We did raise a little hill.
I play in my flubs, but aside from that.
Drink responsibly.
You're so good.
I was just playing in my flubs. You know how it goes.
Well, that's Devil's Reserve football. Let's go to the next overreaction. This one's from Bruce Brown, noted Devil's Reserve ad writer.
Yeah.
Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but if Russell Wilson attempts one more pass for this incompetent, pathetic, hapless, embarrassing disgrace of a broken football organization, everybody has to be held accountable. Okay, feels like you really summed it up there about everything happening in New York. Anything further you have to say, Bruce, about the situation?
I mean, it's fucking contagious. I can't even write an ad read anymore. I've written probably 2,000 of them, and now I'm fucking those up. It's just an absolute joke. It's September 22nd. We're probably cleaning house and just looking at the Mara nepotism ladder where Tim McConnell gets promoted from director of player personnel up to GM. Completely pathetic. It's just an absolute embarrassment to the tri-state area that this is the product that we've been putting out for the last fucking 13 years. I mean, we could probably stop choosing these and just stop talking about them completely after this. So that's on the bright side, I guess. Need Dart. Maybe Jameis would be fun, some pick sixes to lighten the mood a bit. But it's embarrassing. We got Abdul Carter playing middle linebacker because we don't have enough depth there. It's just a joke, man.
Abdul Carter's playing off the ball. I like that.
Yeah, he's playing Mike. Filling a void.
That's what the Cowboys did with Micah when he came in. And they were like
2 weeks, right? Was that 2 weeks?
Yeah. Well, when we put him on the line, there was a stat on the broadcast last night. I think it was like 10 of the last 12 seasons they've started 0-2. Is that
10 of 13? Yeah, that's
10
correct.
of 13.
That's what he said the last 13 fucking years.
Yeah, but 10
that's
of 13, 10 of 13 they've started 0-2.
I know, but that's probably what reminded him of this being 13 years of this, the 0-2, 0-3 starts. I mean, it sounds like Dable and Shane, though, pretty comfortable, right? I asked Schefter 3 times.
Yeah. You didn't, yeah.
I was like, hey, these guys, aren't they kind of thinking about right now, though, because they're not worried about the future? Because the New York Giants are certainly not in a desirable, and it's like, what is the deal with them right now? I do wonder what the future looks like, because if you're going to get fired, are you going to put the rookie in there? I don't know.
And if they go,
you got to show hope. Yeah, you got to show hope. Hey, you got to show hope for the rookie and show that, hey, we have hope for next year. Scatterboo is a cult hero already. We know that. Jackson Dart is becoming that. Let's see if he can continue that if he gets thrust into the lineup and he's the actual starter.
I like that.
Yeah, because you don't want to change offenses if your rookie quarterback looks really good this year.
Yeah,
you want to keep the same offense.
If they go 1-6 and then end up going 4-13, but Jackson Dart wins 3 games, and then they close 3-7 or 3-8. Is that good enough if Jackson Dart looks good for the New York fans to bring back a coach who goes 4-13?
I mean, if we keep up the general level of ineptitude, it's, hey, thanks for the cute quarterback. Fuck off. Goodbye.
Yeah. Amen.
Okay.
But, if we start playing, all 3 phases, putting it together, we're right there. It's really close. It's just not good enough. Fucking Dable every week. Maybe they'll stay. Who fucking knows? It doesn't matter because John Morrow will be there, so whatever.
Oh! He's the only one that didn't want to get rid of Saquon.
Don't put that on him.
Yeah,
champion.
I think what Bruce would say is, yeah, but the way he hires within his family and within his, he doesn't really want the best for the team going forward. He lost some sleep on Saquon, but he slept just fine knowing that his fucking family's going to run this team into the ground. This is what Bruce is about to say.
Yeah, it is kind of weird because, obviously we saw Hard Knocks where we go behind the scenes, but you don't really know how much John Mara is, actually meddling in. And, I've been to 2 parades. I shouldn't be in a position where I'm like, hey, sell the team, but here we are.
Yeah, and
Eli, though, last night.
Oh, he was slinging
filthy.
It.
Yeah, he was.
Let me hit mine. Oh, that's yours. That's kind of fun little side shot, little tighter hole over there. Boom. Let me go ahead and spin that. This guy stinks over here. I'll make one for you. All right. How about you over here? Let me go back here. Yup, I'm not going to miss that. Then the fan tries to do it. Bud, what are you doing? Just trying to make it in your own there. Like what you're doing. Eli's spinning it like that. And then Giants fans see that. And then Russell Wilson goes out there and puts one in a tunnel. Really, that's what it used to be. Why they have an Eli out here. He also hosts a show, right, for Giants.com.
Yes. That's correct. The Eli Manning Show.
So you guys are forced to watch the good times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every day. Eli, competent quarterback. John O'Hare, got good leadership out there. Tom Coughlin, we're doing Coughlin time. We're winning this entire thing. And then you guys roll out there and you get the chance to watch this New York Giants team. And
my God.
That would be tough. Did you hear them? And they're a pretty dramatic group over there, too, I think.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. It gets worse than that, too, because if you really think about it, they had 6 years to pay guys to block for Daniel Jones, and he'd be a Hall of Famer. And they decided not to do that.
They're never in the trenches with AQ Shipley in a good way. Let's go to the next overreaction, AJ. This is from Danny Dimes equals franchise Viagra. Amen. Let them. Okay. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but thank you, Brian Dable. Since that big dumb dipshit couldn't figure out how to unlock the most talented person to ever play the quarterback position, Colts get a Super Bowl. First Saquon, now Dimes. Somebody put Mara on suicide watch. I'm worried for the guy. I do wonder what it's like for Mara to watch Danny just do what he's doing right now. Only team in history to have no turnovers and win this amount. Only team in history to only have 1 punt through the first 3 weeks. So not only is it like we're not punting, it's like we're not turning it over. We just score all the time. Danny Dimes just scores all the time. I think it's like 70% of the scoring drives or 80% of scoring drives or something like that. I forget what it is. It's absolutely insanity. And Danny Dimes is the maestro of it all.
Yeah.
And Danny Dimes is the new piece that's just been dropped in there, alongside Tyler Warren, who is filthy as a football player. The Colts are in a great spot, and I do assume that Mara is having a couple of whoa. He's able. Did we know he was able to? Was he also? What could he do to? Why weren't we? And now we're thinking over here in Indy. Thank you for burying this guy under hell. Basically where he was for a long time. Media, everything, just getting attacked. This dude's gotten so callous that he's just so locked in. Yep. Nothing can really bother him, and he's seen every defense. He's just very comfortable in front of everything. And the Shane Steichen offense, very complicated, I think. I think there's a lot of shit going on in there. You're seeing him get to his third read a couple of different times. You're seeing them shift and pick up blitzes and do that shit. It's like they weren't able to do that, obviously. Shane Steichen wasn't able to do that for a while because we had new quarterback that's never played football and has never seen any of it. And then, boom, now we got Danny Dimes. Shane Steichen's sleeping a lot better, too. Shane Steichen's thanking Daboll greatly for everything that's going on right now.
Well, and for Mara, it's not just, I mean, the winning and everything and the Saquon stuff, sure, but like all these stats that we're seeing come out, it's like, hey, guess what? Peyton Manning never did this with the Colts. Peyton Manning isn't even as good with the Colts as Danny Dimes is right now. So it's that extra little knife in his back. Like, hey, not only did you get rid of Daniel Jones, who's very good, you may have gotten rid of the next coming of Peyton Manning as well. So here's just a nice little reminder for that every time you open up your phone.
All the ownership is looking. I wish I could get Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
They're like, Mara, actually.
Well, we need a Dan Jones.
Yeah. AJ, your thoughts on if a player can have this? I mean, we saw it with Baker, I guess is what people would say. We see it with Sam Darnold. Seattle might be, you never know.
We'll be seeing it with Mac right now.
Could be seeing it with Mac Jones with San Francisco. What's next for him? We shall see. It's like Carson Wentz right now with KOC.
Geno, of course.
Geno Smith now, full-time guy, face of the franchise. It's like, is this another one of those situations?
It sure looks like it. I mean, he's definitely proven you right, I think, Daniel Jones and the team, but it just shows you, like, the quarterback position, especially in the NFL, like, you rely so much on, whoever that offensive play caller is, your offensive line, and then your weapons around you, and you have a run game. Like, you're just relying on so many things around you. Daniel Jones definitely has all those pieces in place around him, and the dude's absolutely taking advantage of his opportunity. The fact that if he was just a game manager and hadn't turned the ball over, they may still be 3-0 and still be playing well, but he's not turning the ball over and pushing the ball downfield, making big plays, putting the balls in windows that like he normally hasn't done in the past. So he and Steichen, they got something figured out, man. And credit to this O-line because they look good too.
Well, and what sucks even more, just on the opposite end of that spectrum, and maybe there's an overreaction in here, is like how far off some people can seemingly fall. Like C.J. Stroud, after his first year, was going to be the one, and he set all those records. And now the Texans, people, I saw people, and I don't agree with this whatsoever, but I saw Texas fans on the internet with real names and check marks calling for D'Amico Ryan's head.
No!
I saw.
What? That's week 3 of the NFL season, though.
Yeah.
The stats say if you stink early, you're going to stink late. People are saying numbers and everything that has happened in the history of the NFL are telling us this team sucks.
You need an offensive line.
Need a good offensive line. Need a good play caller. Let's go to the next overreaction here. Hashtag I don't want to overreact. But, says Lotto, I'm sick and tired of Paisano Patullo's conservative play calling. You can tell Sirianni tied him up at halftime in a cuck chair and said, let the big dogs eat. Jalen is keeping the main thing. Giants and Cowboys still suck ass. Go Birds. Now, is there anything else you think that he wanted to say that maybe didn't make the tweet, or why did you pick this one in particular?
For me, at the start, it was the Alex Jones avatar with the Philly ball cap on top of his head. I laughed pretty good when I saw that, so I said, why not? But most of them still, like, no, it's the same deal with the Sirianni. Like, there were a couple different versions of this, but everyone still thinks this offensive coordinator sucks. I mean, after a day like yesterday when they're getting beat as bad as they are, and you chalk that up to a loss. Like, hey, there's no way we're going to win this game, and kind of everything we've talked about. Then finally he opens up the playbook, and Jalen Hurts looks amazing. He starts throwing the ball downfield. They're scoring touchdowns. They win that game, and still afterwards, all people care about is this offensive coordinator fucking sucks.
First half, he was calling plays. Second half, that was clearly somebody else. That's what they just said in this tweet, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And to be clear, I don't like that it did appear as if he didn't trust Jalen, really.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's won a Super Bowl, bro. This guy's done more than you have done with football. So, like, other people, thinking that Jalen maybe isn't able to do all the things with their arm, with his arm that maybe the greatest throwers of all time can do, is a thought that a lot of analysts had and pundits had. And I assume even some Philadelphia Eagles fans had last year. It's like the offensive coordinator can't be a guy that thinks that. Like, the offensive coordinator has to be a guy that's like,
believe in that.
My guy can make every fucking throw, So it's like, if the play calling was because it's like, we got a good offensive line, we got Saquon, we don't know if we got this. It's like, you fucking do know, dude. Dagger in the Super Bowl, biggest moment. He calls it, he drops it in a bucket. Other quarterbacks that can't do it, missed that throw.
Yep.
I like that they let Jalen eat a little bit.
Yeah, we saw it in the Super Bowl. We saw it in the first Super Bowl when he was matched up against Mahomes, where he outplayed him and had pretty much an MVP that year. And even his last year in college when he was in Oklahoma, he threw the ball around the yard a ton. So he can throw the ball. Some of it's on Jalen as well because he doesn't take those type of risks, just knowing his team, knowing his defense, knowing the run game. Saquon, absolutely killed the Rams last year in their matchups, went for big gains on the ground. So So I understand it. Sometimes you just have to do it. So once you got behind 26-7, and you kind of let that thing fly, because you have big time playmakers, one of the best wide receiver duos on the outside, and let him actually throw the ball down the field. I just love that he actually did it. And now we'll see if they continue to do it. But it's kind of been a cycle with Eagles coordinators. You had Shane Steichen. He goes off being head coach. Brian Johnson came in, I believe he got fired pretty quickly. Kellen Moore, he came in, he was good. Went on to become a head coach. So now we may be on that cycle with, Patullo? We'll see if he continues to stink or if he gets better.
I love Kellen Moore.
Kelly Moore?
Love Kelly Moore. Boise State love Kelly Moore. I seen Kelly Moore when he was with the Lions. I don't know if he was coaching or playing. It was somewhere pretty deep in his career. 15-yard line, crossbar.
Nailed it.
20-yard line, crossbar. 25-yard line, crossbar. I was
Kelly
so
Moore.
fucking impressed. This is
Kelly
going
Moore football.
This is pre warm up. I'm out there punting some balls. They're out there just kind of dicking around, throwing the ball. Oh my God! And every ball was just so pretty. You know, it was just like.
That's Kelly Moe.
So I want to say I have respect for Kelly Moe. He needs to not dress the way he's dressing as a head coach. He needs to start looking like an adult. Okay?
Why does he look?
He looks like a 12-year-old. He naturally
Wear a
looks
suit or what?
just something.
Maybe.
Suit would be sick.
Who do you like head coach's swag? I like the
Liam Cohen.
I like Liam. Yep.
I like
Cohen,
Liam sleeveless
swaggy.
with the long. I like that.
We talked about Raheem Morris.
I think the
last
hats
week.
suck this year.
They do.
Those
They do.
small ones.
Yeah.
The tiny logo and everything. Yeah.
It should be an option.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be every. Like some guys, like Shanahan always dresses cool. Kyle Shanahan always dresses cool. McDaniel looks cool. McVay looks cool. Shane Steichen looks sweet. All the boys look sweet actually on the Colts. We see it every day. You don't get to see all the other coaches. But Kellen Moore, I know he signed up for a tough situation down there. He signed up for McDaniel's always cool looking.
Very tough situation.
Raheem Morris has those cool pants.
Cool. Yeah, kind of pulled up a little bit.
Then they lost by 30 when we brought it up.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Coach T went with no hat yesterday. It was weird. That's weird for him.
Who?
Tomlin.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen it.
Andy Reid looks cool.
Always.
Getting in Travis's face saying, hey.
Hey, how about him throwing that thing?
Bumping him. He bumped Trav. Trav didn't bump him. Like, that was awesome.
Had to knock
Good
him
for
down
him.
a peg.
Shut up, you fucker. That's what he said
Is that
to
what
him.
Andy said to Travis?
That's what Andy said to Trav. Yeah, right here. Shut up, you
Left shoulder.
fucker. Just catch the ball and fuck off.
He does throw that thing at him a little
did.
bit.
Does.
And Travis looked like he was a little Dahn in the dumps,
I like it.
That looked weird, man. Wake up, motherfucker. Wake up.
I think that's Andy saying, I don't have time for you to be moping around.
I like it. He said after the game he liked it. He needed some juice on the sideline. So
You're in your folklore era. You need to get in your red era now, Travis.
Well, I agree.
I do want to know what they said.
That's what it was.
I think Andy potentially told him, enough with your bullshit.
Yeah, quit fucking pop.
Yeah, exactly. You're Travis Kelce. I think it was a reminder of who he is, too. I think it was a positive interaction, not a negative one. For them to turn it on would be really cool this early in the season.
Yeah.
It's very against what they have done.
They better, because they're going to be on prime time too, and we need good games.
Yeah, but you got to think, they're used to
They just got to get healthy.
two wide receivers coming back would be a big deal.
They got to block people, too.
That too.
Yep.
Patrick needs to stop.
Yeah, he had another one last night.
I know, two of them. I think one got called back.
Yeah.
They didn't run the ball last night
The
either.
backwards passes too. Like
That was
I know
insane.
he recovered it, and Collinsworth, damn near lost his shit, calling it one of the greatest plays he ever seen. But like that's. And what
That was the second one. That was the second
Why
one.
Pacheco turn around?
Run it back real
Why
quick.
Pacheco backwards?
What are you doing, Pacheco? Like, what route is that?
He thought he was on the other side of him. He's swinging right.
Because there's so many D linemen there.
Yeah,
He didn't know which way was the pocket.
Yeah.
Oh my fuck.
Because look, if you go back, there's a pocket that way and a pocket behind
He's
him.
like, oh, fuck, I'm going to score. Throw me the ball.
There's two pockets. Yeah, you can see how he gets confused out there because he's just in the
Probably
moment.
shouldn't throw the ball, though, too.
That's two backwards throws. Two of them.
On within 5 plays, right? Weren't they
Yes.
on damn near?
What a play, though. What a play by Patrick.
Legit.
It was unbelievable.
Legit. I legitimately. How do I tweet this while acknowledging what the fuck, but then also, what a save there.
on,
That's a great
Bobby.
play. Defensive players,
Yeah.
I think, are dreaming to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
that's the.
Eyes are lit up.
Yeah, let me go ahead and get into body and strip and then end up on it. And then the guy doesn't even land up on top.
No.
So he doesn't even take like a big shot afterwards. There's really no,
About as clean as it could be.
guys off him, no hits. It's over. Play's over.
It's like a trade.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
He announced his draft pick. That's Bobby, right? Bobby O?
You did.
Bobby Okereke is his name. Always has been, but at one point he did pronounce it Okereke. And I don't know if he actually pronounced it that way. Others did.
I feel like we're getting more of that. More guys just either pronounce their name a certain way or just changing it, 5 years in their career. Like, actually, call me this.
You're talking about Rob Mack, writer of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
He just changed his name.
Yep.
It was somebody on the Broncos, Bijan.
A-Chan.
Yeah.
A-Chan.
Even fucking Denzel Washington came up.
What's his name now?
He said his name is supposed to be Denzel.
Fucking Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
Denzel, I apologize for being a part of any misconstrued information about how your name is pronounced. I want to let you know, I was saying I love Denzel Washington a lot. Feels like that's disrespectful now. I will go back and correct that with everybody I said it to.
Okay.
And I wish I had more time to be able to do that. But Denzel Washington from here on out, if that's what he wants to be called.
That name sucks.
Whoa.
Do we have to call his kid David Washington now, too?
Oh, yeah.
We haven't heard from him.
Okay.
We haven't heard from him.
Jeez Louise, dude.
not calling
Denzel Washington is
I got a
the
brother.
coolest name ever.
Got a brother named
Denzel Washington sounds like
There you
a
go.
princess in
I'm
a
not
palace.
calling you Darius. I'm not doing it.
Well, actually, Darius. Darius is good with me.
Darius is sick. That is
Actually, I might
that's
call
an
you that.
astrology-like
I
feeling.
like that.
Toonie would be cool, too.
That's exactly actually how you pronounce it.
What's that? That would be a soft O on that thing?
It's actually, that's more of a shorten. You'd have to call me Antuni.
Antony is not a bad name.
That's heat.
All right, let's go to another overreaction. This one's from Rube at H-Town Clears. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but. Okay, like that.
Yep.
2 butts, RIP and peace. The Texans are cooked. And the S2 test was right about Stroud the whole time. We need to fix the O-line fast. Otherwise, we're going to see Davis Mills taking snaps by the end of the season. We all know Dougie Mills is a good player.
Be so lucky.
We know Dougie Mills is a great ball player, loves the game, loves the sport, loves his teammates. I don't like that this golden, what was the thing called? Gold standard? S2 test?
I think it was the S2, I believe.
S2 cognitive test.
Yeah, there it is.
But remember, there's so many different parts.
We should
To
go
take
back.
one part of the test out of context with everything else is rude to CJ. Well, what's everybody else's score? Well, we're not going to say that. It's like, well, can you tell us the rest of his scores? We're not going to say that either.
No.
What about on a graph? Where is it?
Yeah, can you just tell us what is the median? Can you say, a lot of these have been coming out.
A lot of those, yeah.
A lot of these
Those
coming
are
out.
Seeing those.
Huge in football stats.
Too many
Dan
nerds.
Jones isn't even on it.
The data, folks, I feel like I'm going back to stats class. Literally, they're just popping up, and I'm like, what the fuck is the XX? And then they use some shit, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. And then I go with the Y, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I see the Colts top right, and I'm like,
That's good.
fucking,
Well, this one.
that's where we want to be. That's where we want to be.
Quadrant, yeah.
Q1, I believe.
Yeah, upper right quadrant.
1, 2, 3, 4 goes
Yeah,
top
because
right, top
they go
left.
clockwise. I do believe.
Counter. I thought it was 1, 2, 3, 4. But the way I'm doing it is backwards to you.
Is that clock? What? Yeah.
Counterclockwise?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Is one top left?
I thought 1 was top right and 4 was bottom right.
Interesting. So you want to be up and to the right to Q2?
No, Q1. Top right is 1.
But in what you're saying, Q2.
What you're saying is Q2.
So top
I
right
looked
is
it up.
Q1, top left is Q2, I thought.
Top right.
Q1.
Q1.
Yep.
Okay.
Top left. 2.
Oh, so it is counter.
Yeah, counterclockwise.
I want clockwise down here.
Yeah.
But no, you don't want to do that. Why would I ever do that?
That's 4. 4 touches.
Why
to
would
4.
you ever do that? You wouldn't want to do
That's
that.
the worst one. You don't, bottom left's the worst. 3's the worst one.
Stats class was certainly something. I felt like I was outmatched in there for real. I didn't really
Small
know.
jumbo.
Stats kind of suck.
A lot of words, dude. Bell curve.
Algebra. The
Day
best.
one with the bell curve.
You need out.
Algebra's the best.
What about the linear curves?
The outliers, all that shit. I get
on.
it. It was a good class for me to take, but fuck, every day was word, mumbo, jumbo.
The sine, cosine on the calculator where you had to do the cos or the sin.
Then let's just go to chemistry, the significant figures or the siggy figures.
Yep.
as we call it. Yeah, those things are a whole nother animal. What do I need to learn these for? Fuck. So I can say it one day. I guess.
Physics sucked ass.
I think I got out of that one every
I like
time.
physics. It's similar to algebra, if I remember correctly.
My teacher was easy. We didn't do any work. I just hated the book.
looking at it.
It was boring. It was boring. It was stupid. There was
carried around.
yeah,
lug that
nothing
thing
in it that helped me.
What is Ohio high school curriculum? You doing
pretty solid. Pretty good. Yeah, not me. You know.
Tony! All right, son, you graduate. Here's your diploma.
Yeah, maybe some places. Maybe some places in Ohio.
I don't like that, AJ. I don't like that. What was your favorite mathematics?
I told you my brain does not compute numbers. I am definitely disabled when it comes to numbers.
Okay, so you're not an arithmetic guy. The most basic form you don't want to.
If someone's saying numbers or puts numbers on a sheet, I just shut down.
That's probably called something. I assume.
Yeah, it's called learning disabled when it comes to anything with numbers.
Phobia numbers.
I've been tested. Yeah.
Hey, well, congratulations. Thank you for showing that you can still make it all the way to the top.
Hey, no, it's good because other things are very high because it's so terrible in math. I like other things.
You lose 1 cent, you gain another, folks. Oh, yeah.
That's true.
The pest, John Leguizamo.
Bingo.
Never forget it.
One of the goats.
He was a blind man working the street, obviously, but he could hear somebody swinging at him. That's why he was able to miss. Yeah, you lose 1 cent, you gain another. That's what AJ's like with his brains and his intelligence.
It's a daredevil.
That's amazing. Football, way high.
I mean,
way
I wonder
high.
what he lost when he got rid of his shrimp allergy, because he definitely lost something for that.
Oh, we've never
Because he
talked
gained
about
the allergy.
I'll tell you what he's gaining.
I did too.
Great hair. What's that?
Shrimp
You-
allergy.
You have
You beat it,
25.
E-Butt?
I haven't tried it. I turned 25 and just got sick.
I got a plan for you.
Everything.
All
You got a
shellfish or
plan?
just shrimp?
Just shrimp.
AJ Fogg.
Interesting.
Yeah, he'll get it done.
Oh, she can have crab still?
Crab, lobster, fucking all the shit.
Just not shrimp?
It's not shrimp.
Mussels.
Are you sure you didn't have some weird bad shrimp?
Nope. 3 different states: Boston, Charlotte,
Oh,
then
okay.
Florida.
Wow.
So yeah,
3 times. Yeah, that's a good test.
3
Yeah,
times,
three
different states.
great shrimp towns.
Have
too.
you had any here in Indianapolis, though? Our shrimp, I think,
Pretty
may be
good.
the most fresh.
Nope.
Okay. Indianapolis seafood.
So shrimp,
Pretty
would be
fresh
the
out
most
of guys.
fresh here. Oh, out of guys.
Yeah, fresh catch on guys every morning.
Yeah, shrimps and guys, Monroe Lake.
The thing about it being a Geist Lake thing is it tastes sweet, tropical, and spicy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming
Just
out of
like,
there.
Yeah.
You know what we're talking about?
Oh yeah.
Raise a little hill. Raise a little water. Get the shrimp down there.
Yep.
I think I've been to a shrimp farming place.
Oh, really?
All right, Louisiana down there in the bayou now.
I think so. I think I've been there. Maybe. I think it was shrimp.
That'd be fun.
Like
China?
a scrimp bog.
Ooh.
Is that like a field with a bunch of water?
Yeah,
Yeah.
scrimps wouldn't be in there, but I was just thinking in like a swamp in Louisiana where a bunch of scrimp are just kind of in like a little bog. But I don't think
I always thought Forrest and Bubba always had that one.
they
Bubba
were
Gump.
out in the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alabama.
Yeah, that's far away now. I mean, I assume it was Louisiana. I bet they take you on a good shrimp hunt.
Could have been
Go out there.
crawdad though.
Yeah.
Could have been.
Crawdad, you get those in Pittsburgh, you know that.
Yeah.
Crawdad.
Go out to the creek.
Yeah, in the creeks. Yeah.
All right.
We don't eat them anywhere near as much as the South does. Those motherfuckers order them in 10-pound bags.
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Crawfish.
Oh, crawfish.
Yeah, you lift up a rock.
They're right underneath there.
Crawdad.
Suck the life out of it.
But in the South, they boil the shit out of them.
Crawfish boil.
And you buy them in like a garbage bag. Can I take 5 pounds of crawfish? And you just put it in a fucking bag. And then I think they even dig a hole and they'll fucking...
With a nice
And then
seafood boil.
Yeah, do the whole, the corn.
Dump it out
big
on
one.
the
Yeah.
Dump them on the table.
Yeah.
With all the lemons and all that.
only way
It
to
looks
do it.
good. I don't know if it
Does.
tastes good.
I was there one time. It was electrifying. It was quite a vibe. I mean, music's playing. Obviously, we're drinking. This shit's out here. Then they talk about sucking the head. That's all they talk about.
Whoa.
I'm telling you, that's what they said. I had the same reaction you did, but I guess it's a culture thing. They're twisting, pulling, and sucking the fucking head. This guy down here hasn't sucked the head. Somebody said. I was like, I don't know what we.
Real.
Suck
the head.
Teach your
Suck the head.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good time though. I will say, Crawfish Bowl is a good time down there. They have a great time down there.
How was that gator? Miami.
That was a gator.
So I don't know if I ate the gator or not. I had the burger that was in the gator's mouth.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But it never got clarified to me if that was a gator burger or not.
Oh, okay.
Like, I will say the burger probably not the best thing on the item, especially with. It appeared as if they made that burger maybe the night before.
Okay.
The one that they put in the gator.
Yeah, sure. Reheat it and put it in the gator's mouth.
I assume that gator was not supposed. That was full show. I immediately grabbed gator head. You know, we talked about Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin. I couldn't wait to get my hands on that gator. That lived a long life, died in its sleep.
Yeah.
Which
for sure.
But I don't know. I think that might have been like a show burger.
You think they were standing off stage and like, oh shit, he's grabbing the show burger.
All the other stuff,
burger.
The wings were very good. There was like a little string
cheese,
mozzarella stick,
pork.
String cheese is good.
Oh, pulled pork.
Pulled pork, yeah, like pulled pork out there. There was a lot of good. I don't know what the gator was. Is what I'm saying.
It was mixed in there.
Yeah, it was somewhere in there.
Gator bites in there somewhere.
I definitely had everything was good except for the burger. Felt like you weren't supposed to eat it.
Yeah, well, no matter what, it wasn't going to be as good as Governor Jeff Landry's gator. So at the end of the day, probably a smart move not having any gator.
Is there a lot of gator being ate down there? Like in Florida, you guys eat a lot of gator?
No, I wouldn't. We see them a lot, but no, I don't know anyone that just eats gator on the regular. First time I ate gator was at like Papados in I think Houston. Maybe?
What about like Central Florida? Do you butt into big Central Florida deal? Go and hunt them and eat them?
Eating anacondas, perhaps?
In the Everglades.
Yeah, you see, like if you grow up in South, you live in South Florida, you're gonna see gators, but I don't see people eating them too much.
Okay, yeah, because it felt like that place was really good. By the way, the place that brought us everywhere that brings us the food is like
top notch.
They're very, very good. We are very thankful, and also we need it.
Yeah.
Like I know it's a segment and everything like that. We are eating the shit out of that food as much as we can because it's an early start, so you don't really get to eat beforehand. So like we're going through the show, especially with sweating. It's like food gets brought up there. It's a very good time to be like, yeah, thank you so much. But boy, there is a real desire. There's a desire to get some food in there. So it's a necessity, I would say. So we're very appreciative of everybody that brings their food out, and it is always very good. The gator, I don't know which one was the gator, though, which I think is kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
It should probably stand out a little bit now. I don't know if it was a
There's
good
different
thing.
sauces on a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm just saying the gator should be the gator. You should know.
I'll tell you what, holding that head was an interesting scene. And then Saban eating that thing. Oh, it was a big bite, too.
Oh, yeah. Big old burger.
Got a gator mouth in there, big. Let's get to the next overreaction, shall we?
This is me.
This is not it.
No, Bill just said, we got crabs in the parking lot.
What's that?
Excuse me?
Bill just sent in the group chat, we got.
What do you mean we got crabs?
There's a freaking crab out there.
World's coming to
like a pet crab?
Like an actual crab.
And that's what happens when you bury dead bodies around somewhere, right? Crabs start showing up.
What is that?
Wait, what the
Bill,
hell?
they're coming for Bill's bodies?
Maybe.
Where would that come from? That had to be somebody's pet, right?
Well, dead bodies. And
That's a crawfish.
okay.
What?
Is there water? Is there water around? Like
a big old crawfish.
That's weird that it's in the parking lot.
That's not a crawfish.
Yes, it is.
Really? Look at the claws on that.
Yeah, that is.
Big old claws.
What is that? That's a fully mature crawfish?
Yeah,
is that
so
what that is?
like those are in Geist for sure. I'm guessing, but I can't believe one's in our parking lot.
What?
They're in most freshwater lakes.
So I found them here twice. I think the fish dropped them here, tried to crack them and eat them. Or sorry, the birds drop them here, crack and try to eat them.
So I live on a lake about an hour north of here.
Yeah.
Birds, big fish. Okay. They'll drop these fucking fish. They'll go in and grab them, and then they'll be flying away and drop them. I've had them hit the side of my house, like window. And then the window is obviously just has a fish imprint on it. And it's like, what the hell is that? It's like, oh, the fucking bird couldn't handle it. Then there was this weekend we were walking around the house on, I don't know if it's Saturday afternoon or Sunday or whatever. And there's just the fish's head about this big fucking just sitting just right in the middle of our walkway. You know, Mackenzie's like, what is that? I'm like, I don't know how to. That had to be the biggest fish of all.
That's nature. That's nature.
It's nature versus nurture here.
Yeah.
So you know those birds that live in that tree up there that are like the same size as you that we were kind of scared of? Yeah, it turns out they're eating very big fish. They're eating big, and every once in a while they'll just fucking throw them off the house, I guess. I don't know what.
Try to get Chuck.
You ever seen like an eagle pick up like a goat?
Yes.
Shit, it just
seen the videos.
Drop it off the side of the mountain.
Like a deer or whatever?
Yeah, deer, goat, whatever. Just drop them up. Just
We have two eagles that live on property.
Crazy.
And they are fucking gigantic.
Yeah, huge.
And whenever they open that thing up and you see their actual body, it's like, oh, America.
Yeah, exactly.
I got these Canadian geese right here. I don't know if you heard about what they were doing to our national anthem, Eagles. I don't know if you heard, I had a little, instead you just get a green dot. And then for anybody that's battling against Canadian geese, green laser pointer. And you don't
Don't hit
On
their
the top of a rifle, right? On the top of your
Why
rifle.
not?
What's that?
The green dot for on the top, like for your scope.
And then you're going to say you're actually going to use rifle? Is that what you're saying?
I just assume that's what people do to mitigate the Canadian geese.
No, but
Simple.
so some people, like Tim McAfee, for instance, I told him, I'm like, hey, you need a green laser pointer. That's what we ended up doing at my house because I had a Canadian geese issue. And my dad's like, I had this thing on the fucker's eye for 30 minutes. Tim was like taking it as a challenge if he could do it. I'm like, no, you got to... You're putting it on like the chest. You're putting it so they can see the green thing, and then they get scared and then they run. Like you just putting it on the eye, certainly a great display of skill. But like I don't think any of the other geese saw it. He goes, no, they had to have seen it. It was right in the eye. I'm like, you're trying to fucking scatter them, basically. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make them think that, and they'll leave forever, is what I learned. Now there is a chance that Tim McAfee came and killed all those geese.
Yeah, certainly.
That right
With
my
a
house.
sword.
Yeah, maybe just.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a green light. It's a laser thing that shoots really far, and it actually lights things on fire. So you just give them a little. It'd be like give them a little.
What?
It wouldn't light them on fire, but it would be real hot on them, and if they stood still, it would catch flames eventually.
You can.
So they would not come back. I was just thinking about it. I've never used it on an animal or anything, but I'm just burning leaves from 100 feet away. Like
You got a laser? You got a laser is what it sounds like you bought?
Yeah, you know, like Instagram knows what they're doing when they market directly towards people, and they've done it to me. And I bought 2 or 3 of them, over the last couple of years.
You've been influenced into buying an actual laser that lights things on fire from how
It's
far?
amazing. I'll send a link. I mean, it'll shoot really, really far, but I don't know how. I don't know. I mean, it'll catch a leaf on fire from at least 50 yards.
That's impressive.
Have humans accidentally got in line with your fiery laser?
No, I'm very careful. Very careful.
Okay, of course you are. These geese, I guess. Did you hear what he said at the very beginning of this thing? Are you talking about green laser on top of your rifle?
Yeah.
He was thinking about lighting them on fire.
What's wrong with you?
No, it wouldn't light them on fire. It would just
Bad
it would
idea.
create a little hot spot.
How's
it would
this
create a
thing
hot
legal?
spot if they stayed there.
Is this
and then
thing
it would work.
even?
Is this even legal? You're talking about fucking cinching people's earlobes from 50
yards?
50 yards away.
I didn't use it on a human. No humans have
No,
ever
you
been-
did not, but I'm sure somebody
could.
This is what we're talking about. We can't have these things in the hands of this person.
Ohio people.
Personal protection.
Lighting a motherfucker on fire in 20 minutes? What type of
If
person?
a guy, if this laser, if someone stands still long enough to catch on fire, a human, it would probably take 4 to 5 minutes. They're the toughest human alive. They would burn a hole right through them. Like, good for you. Better move. If you're getting this laser's on you and it's hot, you got to go.
So somebody comes into the house. Somebody comes into the house. Everybody into the bedroom. You go, not fucking today. And you grab this little laser and you just get that thing right on his chest.
If you put it in his eyeball, he's blind. He's blind if it goes in his eyeball, probably.
What a nice thing. It's silent too, right?
Burn the retinas.
Non-lethal, yep.
I had no idea we were at this stage of weaponry. Sounds like we need to burn the fuck out of some people if they break into our house. Might just have those things go off. What was that movie? The guy who has the Scottish accent, older gentleman, and the younger lady. Who's
The Rock?
Entrapment, maybe?
Oh, yeah, Sean Connery and Jennifer Lopez.
No.
Catherine Zeta-Jones, where she's dancing through the
lasers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we just have our full house full of fucking fire lasers.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, got animals in there. Hold
Would
on.
it burn down the house?
No, because they're
possibly.
Oh, yeah, it might.
No, they would have to shoot into each other, so it's just.
Yeah.
Would that not create some sort of chemical reaction of pure flames?
Yeah, but we'd have to obviously figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
We're just talking about maybe the front doors.
Yeah, theoretical.
Maybe that's the front door.
Oh, yeah.
That's now we're
Walk through, get your leg
sliced off with heat.
Right off, yeah.
Like hot butter.
I don't like that AJ has. How many of these do you have?
Like 3 or
25.
I bought my first one and said, this is sweet. It actually works like they said it would. So I got 1 or 2 more. Then I give, if I buy it and I like it myself, then guess what my brother or my dad's getting for their birthday? One of these.
Spoiler alert.
They know.
Include the boys.
I'll send them
at
stuff
Thunderdome.
sometime. I'll drop ship them something every once in a while. Like my brother, I just did his birthday, August 31st. Sent it to him and said, hey, let me know how it is, because if it's sweet, I'm getting one. Like, it was a cool fly gun shooter with CO2 and all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of
Nick's
course.
got one, I think.
Happy birthday, Ryan. Happy birthday, Ryan. Hope you enjoyed that fly gun CO2 shooter. All right, let's go to the next overreaction here from Michael Peany. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but Micah Parsons is better off in Green Bay. The Cowboys' defense is hammered dog shit. Jerry said the run defense was a problem. The problem was hiring a piece of shit like Eberflus. Our defense has made Russ and Caleb look like Tom and Peyton. Hashtag fire GM Jerry, and I don't think that's an actual photo.
I don't think so either.
I don't think that's
I couldn't tell.
I don't think it is. AJ, do you think this is valid? The defense. Eberflus, good defensive coach. Remember the good old days when he was doing good stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking great right now. It's not looking like a great hire. Eberflus yesterday had a chance for a great revenge game. It went probably as bad as it could. What'd you say? Going against your former team, I guess, as the D coordinator. But he got some injuries, got some guys beat up. Yes, but it's not looking great. The defense better turn around quick because I'm sure Jerry's not scared to make moves.
Yeah, Jerry said, who says we don't make a move right now? Mm-hmm. And Eberflus might get his ass fired if this happens again. With that being said, forgot about a revenge game for Caleb.
Yep.
Didn't talk about that at all.
No.
And if that's what sparks it all, good for Caleb. Congrats to Ben Johnson.
So bad.
What's that? All of it?
Just all the Cowboy, like the DJ Moore touchdown. If you just take a snapshot of right as Caleb is throwing the ball, he's just wide open. Nobody within 10 yards of him on either side. That's the number one receiver in the red area. The Cole Kmet touchdown, same thing, wide ass open. Like I understand a quarterback making plays, but in the red area, no one should be this open, especially if you're dropping 8 defenders like they were on the DJ Moore touchdown. It was all time bad. Like look at this shit. Back in the end zone, middle of the end zone. No, like it's National Football League. What are we doing?
Maybe it's a good overreaction. Let's go to another one here from Cody Perkins. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but the Tennessee Titans might be the first team to go in 17 with this guy as head coach. Hashtag fire Callahan. Hashtag bring me John Gruden. John Gruden in Nashville.
Whoo.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
Somebody's going to hire John Gruden. Okay? That's how I feel. John Gruden has publicly said multiple times, I want to get back into coaching, man. I want to get back into coaching. Then there's going to be people that just look at his record and look what happens, and then kind of the state of the world that we're in right now. Mm-hmm. And they're going to be like, you know what? Why not John Gruden here? If he wins games, he'll be beloved. And it feels like he's been more dialed into football right now than ever, or the same amount as he always has. Do you think he's the answer with Cam Ward down there in Tennessee? And what are your thoughts on Callahan, AJ? Feels like I don't love the way he operates, but in the press conferences and stuff, but I'd be pissed too if my team was losing, I guess. And if that's how he operates, that's how he operates.
Yeah, it would be really hard to be a head coach and have to deal with the press. You know, it's part of the gig, but I can understand being a little frustrated speaking to them. But he does seem to be on edge a bit, Callahan does, I guess. It doesn't seem to be a whole lot of fun, but we all know it is not fun to lose, especially in the NFL on a big stage. But going to John Gruden, if you have any idea, if this guy is all in or he loves ball, just watch a couple clips of him from what he's doing on the internet. The guy is obsessed with football and could probably he could rattle off 5 trillion plays that have happened that he's been a part of as a coach.
I don't want to say it, but it just came to my mind. He gave a speech that made me want to fucking go run through a wall. Mm-hmm. That team was Wisconsin that he spoke to.
Ooh, boy. Just stay there.
They did.
They responded.
They ran into a wall and
with their heads down
off a cliff.
Yeah, they didn't know how to play football. What's going on over there?
Nothing good.
They need Gruden at the helm.
I don't know if that's where John.
I don't know.
I don't know if he really cares where it is. I think he just wants to be back at ball.
It is crazy where Wisconsin is at right now. Where they have been the last 25 years. Yeah. And now it's just they're in that tier with when we used to talk about Illinois and Northwestern. Maybe it's not quite that bad, but
Purdue though.
Yeah, they stink.
And Luke's good coach.
Yeah.
Do they have money? I assume they don't have much money.
I assume that is a part of every conversation for John Gruden, too, if he's going to get into college football coaching. Can we win? Can we keep up? That's obviously question number one. We don't know about Wisconsin. But there was something with the roster, I guess. There's something with the roster that was done.
So when he first took over, they hired the OC from North Carolina. His name, Chip Lindsey maybe or something. I can't remember his name.
Phil Longo?
Phil Longo, yes, please, thank you. And that was a spread. That was a spread offense, so they did that. And then before that, they had been recruiting for the Wisconsin offense, big, huge dudes. We're going to play in a box or whatever. So then they recruited for that, and that didn't work. And now they're going back to the old Wisconsin ways after they had recruited for the spread for so long. It's just they don't. I feel like they don't have an identity. And their starting quarterback has also gotten hurt the last 3 seasons, which also doesn't help.
Luke Fickell coming to a team near you that's going to have national championship hopes. That's what's happening. Feels like. I don't know how many years he has left on a contract or guaranteed money, but Luke Fickell's name is going to be one that we'd like him to become senior consultant here.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure. Ohio State probably. Yeah.
Oh,
what's that?
You know where's perfect for Gruden? Fucking UCLA.
Yeah, right.
Out in Cali.
UCLA spends no money on football.
Oh, they don't?
No, I don't think so.
How'd they get Nico?
Well, no one goes to the game.
That's a good question.
If they spend
It's actually a good question because the MO is like not all in on football.
I don't know if his price was that high.
Yeah, wasn't that the big thing? Is like the way he kind of did everything going in. It was like it spooked a bunch of teams, and he kind of just got left over with what UCLA was willing to offer.
That's the whole conversation is, do you have money? Are we supportive? What's the percentage of the rev share whenever that inevitably happens going towards football? And then, there's going to be a lot of people that don't care about any of that, just want to be a head coach somewhere. So those teams are going to have to hit with that.
Well, and that's why with like the Gruden stuff, for like a guy who's all about football, like, he didn't want to go fucking coach in college. Like just looking at all that is required of you,
He might be great at it though.
He might be, but if the Tennessee Titans job, if he hears that, he wants to coach in the NFL. If all he is available to him is college, maybe, but he wants to coach in the NFL.
He screams SEC ball coach. And I think that's where he's going to end up. He's public. He said it right. He would love to coach in the SEC.
What's going on with him in the NFL? Are they still good friends or?
Well, no, but I mean, like you said, different climate now than when it was, and I get we're not just going to kind of wipe away that from history and be okay.
I think it's still happening though.
Yeah, it is.
I think it's still very much
in his favor.
Yeah,
which doesn't help for potentially getting back.
Exactly.
I'm just saying if everything is, I mean, and obviously you can't do that because that's a very big part of it. But like, if he had the choice, he's obviously going to go back and coach in the NFL.
To Debo's point, though, I mean, we're a couple weeks away from Billy Napier football having its run over in Florida. I can tell you that much.
How far is Gainesville from Tampa?
Oh, I would assume probably 2.5, maybe 3 hours.
Doesn't he live in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
That's where his Fired Football Coaches of America offices, where he used to go in there 5 a.m., watch film every single day, and then he had a vault there office, obviously dry erase board, ran his entire shit. It's like this guy.
Him with Lagway?
Maybe.
Could figure it out.
I don't know.
Unless Lagway,
might be playing at Iowa next year.
How's Grunowski doing?
I don't know. You tell me. Iowa scored 38 points on Friday night against a vaunted Rutgers defense, and they're right back. I mean, their only loss is against a team that's right on the outside of the top 10. So I don't know. Are the playoffs still on? I think so. Mark Grunowski had 3 rushing touchdowns, threw for another one. Not too bad.
He threw for one?
Yeah, no, actually he didn't. But but he threw for like 189 yards, which is still another
first play on Friday.
Yeah. And he also unleashed a couple deep balls, which Iowa actually caught those deep balls. He wasn't just throwing them.
So it was like a punt play for you guys, but actually it was an offensive play.
It was 38 points is no joke. Rutgers was undefeated.
Big one this weekend.
That this will, for me, this is because you cannot let Indiana come into Kinnick and fucking put up 70.
Oh, you can't. Indiana
can.
No, I know they
St.
can.
Nettie's Indiana can.
Well, that's what I meant to say. Like, Indiana plays differently than every other team in the Big Ten. They do. Like, this is not like your traditional, like, hey, we're going to play Wisconsin. They stink. We're going to run it 65 times, and we're going to end up beating them by 10 to 14 points. Like, guess what? You got to be scoring touchdowns against Indiana. Because they're going to keep throwing and throwing.
Fernando Mendoza's played a lot of ball.
Yes, but they also, would that game have been a little bit different had it been in Champaign as opposed to, maybe not because they beat the fuck out of them. Kinnick's a tough place to play, though. It is,
And Signetti can't wait to go in there. We're going to put on a show for them kids. We're going to wave at them. We're going to let them know.
Whole thing.
This is New Indiana.
You need to make Mendoza uncomfortable. First possession, I want helmet to helmet when he's clearly out of bounds on the sideline. Fucking hit him hard.
That cannot be happening.
Set the tone.
Set the tone early.
AJ, that is not allowed to be said.
Legally, between the whistles.
No, he said when he's out of bounds.
Yeah, clearly out of bounds.
Well, maybe one step out.
Yeah. You're saying we need to hamper this offense.
Yeah, got to set the tone early. Hey, okay, you know what? You're maybe going to be seeing 22 guys on defense instead of 11.
How are the Iowa graduates doing in the NFL?
Solid. I mean, Caleb Johnson, he had a bit of a blunder first week, but
Wyatt got the start.
That ain't on him. Okay, this guy would fucking, he didn't return kicks until his freshman year was the last time he'd returned kicks. There was a couple times, and he gets to the NFL. They say, "Hey, guess what, kid? You're the fucking guy now. I know you're 6'2", 250. You got no business fucking back there returning kicks." but that's what we need from you. Outside of that, a lot of guys from Iowa are hurt right now.
Laporta's doing great. Jack Campbell's doing great.
Yep, obviously you can fucking set your watch to those guys being great every year.
Wirfs back next week.
That's what I mean. Wirfs, Hawkinson's good. I mean, there are so many goddamn Hawks in the NFL. I can't even, Van Ness.
Coop.
Yep. Coop. Obviously, D-Butts has just been gushing about him week in, week out, So
you haven't put a white person on any of your everything DB.
Come on. It's early. Oh, Riley Moss. Did he even go on there?
Last year.
Oh, remember that one time last year you did that?
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of paintings at Dez's house, too.
Good painting?
Beautiful paintings.
What were they? What do you mean? What were they?
I was just looking around.
Why are you laughing?
I was just looking around. But this is the nicest decoration I've ever seen for a house. Okay, got a Heisman Trophy is just a fucking decorative piece.
Wow,
This guy's he's Super Bowl MVP, and a Heisman, and has an eye for like actual art and the way it's like his house is so nice. I was really impressed by the whole thing. Backyard's so sick.
I was gonna say, is it like the indoor-outdoor living kind of thing?
Got a yeah, it can.
Yeah.
Got a basketball court in the back, big pool. Then he's got a gym off the end of the pool. Gym was shut down, everything was closed. I kind of just made myself home, started looking around, and then got autographs from everybody that's everybody in the history of football. Like just Hall of Fame row, basically across the top. Then I shut the door of his gym, turned around, started walking, almost fell into his pool. Almost walked right into his pool. Almost everybody. Part was just about over. Party's just about over. Almost fell right into the pool. Not because I was intoxicated or anything like that. Just I was looking around. Holy shit, this place is nice. And then I stopped. I was literally right on the edge. Right on the edge. I might have cracked my head actually. Yeah. So thank God that didn't happen. It was beautiful though. House was so nice. It was distracting. That was kind of the issue. Dad's house nice. All right. Last overreaction. This one's from Top Gun Hatch here. Hashtag I don't want to overreact, but I seem to be stuck in fucking Groundhog Day, except it's not funny anymore. It's the same Steelers offense and same Steelers defense. Highest pay in the league, by the way. Every week for 6 years. Different coordinators, different players, same results. Save me. Groundhog Day is a great movie. Okay, I love that. I heard that maybe somebody was trying to change that time. Gumps, what did Bull Rush tell us? They were trying to do something with the Groundhog down there. You remember that? There was a conversation about maybe PETA didn't want it to happen anymore or something like that.
They're trying to get rid of Groundhog Day?
Yeah, I think that was something I heard. Maybe there was a little bit of an uproar about the treatment of said groundhog. This fucker's living real nice.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Okay? Living real nice. And I'm about sick of it seeing its shadow and calling for winter for another 6 weeks, but that's what it does. It's like Donardo. It's more accurate than that. How do you feel?
Whoa.
Fucking Groundhog's been throwing a pretty good game. Yeah. Remember, we want to...
Better than Donardo?
He ain't fucking Joe.
I agree. Joe said it would, and it did. But this fucking Groundhog, the last, 6 years, we want it to lose its head and its life every single Groundhog Day. And then we're waiting, 5-6 weeks later, and guess what? Fucking still winter.
He's right.
What's this Groundhog's name?
Punxsutawney
Phil. Staten Island Chuck.
Staten Island Chuck is the imposter.
Well, they were thinking, and then they brought a lady in too. I think Phyllis, right? Punxsutawney Phyllis, because Phil was getting a little low.
Yeah. Phil wants to fuck, so we.
That's kind of what they said.
And so Phil did.
Yeah, and then Lil Phil came on.
Yep.
And I think there was something about the treatment, but these guys are living like kings and queens, obviously, Phyllis. But Groundhog Day, good movie till it's not a good movie, especially if you're living in it. Tone, is this guy accurate? Do you think this is an overreaction or not?
Let me start with saying this: it's tough to win football games in the NFL.
That's right.
Well said.
Especially on the road. Steelers went and did that. But no, they looked the exact same. Couldn't really block anybody. Statistically, they have the worst third and fourth down defense in the entire NFL. But they forced a lot of turnovers. So if you could force 4 to 5 turnovers per game, I think they're going to be fine. Aaron Rodgers is awesome. Like he's been great. He there's pressure in his face every single play. He made 2 of the greatest throws. That one to obviously DK. DK's been awesome too. And then the one to Calvin Austin, the winner later in the game, the back shoulder throw was just so pretty. Aaron's been great. He just has no time, and the defense can't get off the field nor stop the run. So yeah, I think the guy's pretty accurate.
5 turnovers.
Yep,
it's not bad.
That's great.
Yeah,
pretty. That
especially down in the end zone, Ben. But don't break. Actually, get the ball back. No points. These Steelers fans, I saw Kaboli say, these guys are never happy. Talking about you guys. That's what Kaboli's entire
because we're a smart fan base. We have eyes, and we can tell if a team is a contender or not. So.
And you don't think they're a contender?
No, unfortunately not.
Oh! Oh, no.
Damn.
Not as of week 3.
All right.
They made the Super Bowl ball.
They can get better.
And the stop the run ball. How did they do stop the run?
Agreed.
They can get better.
They won.
Reminds you of that 4 for 18.
Well, and it was nice to hear Vrabel say this weekend, though, they have a lot of great players over there. We just know exactly where they're going to be and what they're going to do on every play. So
Vrabel said that about the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Yeah.
And then they literally just leave 14 points on the board because of a fumble. Vrabel probably said, we fucking beat that team. But he has to go tell the boys they gave that one away. 5 turnovers, tough stuff.
Yeah, hold on to the fucking ball, Mike.
How about that?
People in Boston are not happy this morning because there has been a side-by-side graphic of Gerard Mayo and Mike Vrabel that has hit the internet.
Saw that.
Oh, no.
And they have the same record, 1-2 to start, except Vrabel's team has about 20 more penalties and about 6 more turnovers. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Boy.
Oh, no.
People are not happy.
14 more penalties. 5 more turnovers. 5 of them. 1 game.
14 more penalties.
Yeah. The biggest difference here, though, is one of them isn't just a complete doofus, and the other one's Mike Vrabel.
What? Don't talk about my former teammate like that.
I don't know. Okay. My bad. The other one went 4 and 13.
Put the graphic back up. Numbers don't lie, okay? I don't want to hear fucking feelings.
Okay.
What do the numbers say?
Okay, numbers don't lie. So at the end of the season, if Vrabel is, 5 and 12, then we can say it was right.
I do wonder about some of this turnovers, penalties, you name it. Like, that seems abnormal for a Vrabel operation.
Absolutely. The fumbles for Ramondre Stevenson, no. He has more fumbles than touchdowns in the last 2 years. So that's expected. That's kind of why a lot of people thought he would be a cap casualty because he's been doing this for fucking ever. But the other parts of it.
We had him on our fantasy team last year.
The other parts of it.
You drafted.
And we don't this year. Like Drake May.
And we're good this year.
Drake May's fumble, very good, 2-1. Drake May's fumble, that's just a rookie mistake. Like, that's the stuff you expect to see, but that's also the stuff you would rather see this year and have all the rookies in doing their fucking rookie shit than having vets in who are getting paid doing rookie things. But no, aside from that, 40. I mean, Tony, and Nick talked a little after the game. It's very easy to feel better about the Patriots today than it is the Steelers.
Okay, how many years is Drake a rookie?
What do you mean?
Well, just
the rookie mistake thing?
Yeah.
I mean, he only made it through 5 games last year. So if Anthony Richardson was a rookie for the first 3 years of his career, I think we can give Drake 16, 17 games. And then
I'm with it. I'm on your side, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I'm on your side. I picked the Patriots.
Yeah. And he looks unbelievable. It was just like, hey, Drake, little Carl Wentz here, right? 3 guys on top of you. You're trying to shovel pass it 3 yards forward. Let's just take a sack on first down and live to fight another day.
Too good of an athlete.
What quarter was that?
That was the fourth quarter.
Oh, so this is post-concussion.
Great hustle play by Herbig. Great hustle play by Herbig, though.
It was.
In his defense, he slammed his head off the turf harder than maybe any human being's ever done. Before.
Yeah, it was a Wisconsin Badger sandwich.
Yeah, and then did you see him crying after the play?
That's
too?
what JJ said.
That was the hardest part, is that he stayed on the ground and kind of complained about it.
Hard.
The Unk didn't even think about taking him out of the game.
No, they did. The Unk picked up the Unk grabbed the phone, but Drake May's daddy was sitting right next to me. He said, "You better put that fucking phone down, son. My boy ain't coming out of this game."
And his uncle said, blah, 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 blah. All right, let's get to our picks. We have faith in Drake. I have faith. I appreciate his toughness as well, and the fact that he's the best athlete on the field, so he wants to make every play happen. These are young player mistakes. It feels like Patriots fans are expecting that. Steelers get a win. Still not happy. Love that. Let's go to tonight. AJ, you and I both not seeing the board exactly well. D-Butch said he isn't either. 4.5-point favorites are the Baltimore Ravens at home. Peter Schrager's there. Looked like the backdrop was wonderful.
Yeah.
Looked like there was a little bit of a lighter filter on him, too. I wonder if the sun was just hitting at a certain light. That was kind of brightening up our Peter Schrager, our Emmy Award winner, to let us know that tonight is going to be all about the big lights. Tonight, it's going to be all about the stars. Over under 53.5. Tonight, it's going to be electrifying. D-Butch, you can go first here, pal. Do you like Detroit or Baltimore, with Baltimore favored by 4.5? Wait, I guess, is there any other lines?
It's 4.5 across the board. There is 64% of the money is on Baltimore and 78% is on the over.
D-Butch, what say you?
Yeah, I love Love that over. I'm sure there'll be some great touchdown parlays put together tonight. Also love Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I think they win this, and I think they win it handily. I know the Detroit Lions put up a bunch of points last week against the Bears, but I think Baltimore shows up. What was his record against NFC? 24-2, and I think 10-2 on Monday Night Football, something crazy like that.
That's correct. 24-2 against the NFC.
Yeah, I'm going with Lamar and the Ravens.
How do you feel, Foxy, about Darius Butler saying, yeah, one of these teams really good. The other team was good last week.
No, I don't blame D-Butt at all because my brain has been saying all week that this one could be bad. And I don't love that, but the last time they played, we lost 38-6, and it was one of the worst games I've seen under the MCDC era. But with that being said, my heart is saying maybe we ground and pound this thing. Maybe we stretch the game out, make it short, run the ball, 9-minute possessions, score touchdowns. The Ravens don't even get the ball. And then I'll tell you guys this one. This is what the stars are saying. Tonight, we have a waxing crescent moon. The Detroit Lions are 9-1 with a waxing crescent moon. I'll just leave that out.
What are the Ravens? What are the Ravens?
I don't have that information.
55.
Oh, interesting.
60, they've never lost.
Interesting. My brain has been telling me this could be bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why my brain's saying that. I don't like that my brain's saying that. That's basically what Foxy just said.
100%.
I think we should win this. My heart's like, yeah. And then all of a sudden my brain's like, shut up, dude. This is going to be a blowout.
The matchup's just so bad, and the Ravens are so good. We have a very tough schedule this year. I would say this is the toughest game all year long in Baltimore, Monday night. It's just very, very difficult.
And according to AI, 7-2 on Monday Night Football, 22 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Who's that?
Lamar Jackson.
Okay, pretty good little stats.
Pretty good.
AJ, who do you like? How do you like it?
I was waffling a bit, honestly, until I heard D-Butt. D-Butt just confirmed what I was leaning towards all along. Give me Baltimore minus 4.5 at home.
Yeah, and we're both ass picking the spread this weekend, so it doesn't matter what happens in this game. I'll do a team ride if we're all rolling.
Yeah.
I'll do a team ride with the AFC North, even though I like the NFC North. And I like the Lions. I like the Ravens a lot. I like Lamar Jackson a lot. And I hope Chuck Pagano has a great Monday Night Football experience. Man, MCDC, though.
Chuck was watching the show.
Yeah, I was going to say 4.5's
Chuck's a
pretty large number.
Jeez.
At home,
team that just put up 50.
Home record this week.
Oh, yeah.
12-3 home teams.
I want to alt spread the Ravens to 9.5.
Ton really likes the Ravens. All right, so who's this for?
I like
Gotta be for the Lions.
For the Lions, yeah.
Lions, yeah.
Need the logo to break it up.
That might go in. Oh. All right, sweet. I'm taking the Ravens.
Boom.
All right, be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change your life. We're in this thing together. Never forget it. We got a big one tomorrow, overreacting to everything that happens tonight with BA in studio.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Anybody got anything? What a weekend.
Hell of a
Fantastic.
Great
Hell
weekend.
of a week.
Great weekend.
Enjoy this primetime game. Okay?
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Don't have you never know when they're going to be good, and even the ones that are on the schedule, quarterbacks might get hurt. So we got two healthy teams, two healthy offenses. Enjoy some points.
Team on me. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.